And welcome back to the Gadget Spot.
Woo!
Yeah. Did I start too early, James?
What? No. Oh, we're going.
Hey, James is here.
Hey. What's up, guys? My microphone's all moved, and gosh,
Hey.
how come it smells
Well-
like baked beans?
That's what you get for not coming every week.
Baked
Oh,
beans.
it is
Yep,
so
baked beans.
hot getting to your house.
very hot.
It was never this hot going to Tony's house.
You might be right.
Not even once.
I have more shade in my townhome place.
Which is interesting because I feel like Jarron throws more shade. Oh.
Is that the reggae horn right there?
I think that was
Yeah.
a sick burn, but I don't know for sure.
I've been practicing my sick burns. I brought aloe vera for you today.
Soothe those
All right.
burns.
Like,
Put it on me.
Don't.
Vera me.
Squirt it on them.
Things are getting weird. All right. You're listening to the Gadget Spot where we're supposed to talk about games, video games, gadgets, and tech. And let's go ahead and introduce our panel today. We have a missing member. Ty is sitting in for him.
Hello, I'm Ty. Owen's not here. Where is Owen?
It's his anniversary today.
Owen's
Or
anniversary.
so he says.
You know what? I'm not going to question. If he says it's his anniversary, I'm just going to believe him.
I feel like in the group
But
chat,
I
he
will-
like asked you if he could not go to his anniversary.
I don't think he said that. I think he said, I can't go because it's my anniversary.
I think he said something. There was got to be. Oh, okay.
But you got to mark it down because that excuse only works once a year. So if I hear it again later this year, something's up.
Big pile of nope.
So if you remember from a very long episode ago, Owens are vanilla base.
Yeah. So we don't have any vanilla base right now.
All we have is toppings: fudge, cherries.
Am I cherries?
Yeah, you're something fruity.
Sweet.
Yep.
I wanted to be the sprinkles.
Yeah, you're kind of that too.
Sweet.
Well, Ty, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Okay, you can follow me on Twitter at Ty Merrill. Nobody has yet from the listener base. This is my third appearance. No new followers. Well, we'll see.
You know,
you don't have to.
I think I have 5 followers after 2 years.
I think
Okay, so it's not that big of a deal then.
people don't know how to spell Merrill.
Okay, Merrill.
There, you got no excuses,
But the good
folks.
thing about Twitter is you can follow whoever you want, do whatever you want. It's good.
No one wants to follow.
It's like the Wild West of social media.
Yeah. If you want to be Xbox friends, since we're going to be talking about games today, my gamer tag is Trombopulous Ty.
That's even harder to
Did
spell.
you have to pay to change that?
I'm not saying.
You did, but it was worth it.
Yeah, I've been Trombopulous Ty for a little over a year now.
Nice.
It's a lot better than whatever my old gamer tag was.
Crumbopulous Ty.
vinegary tie?
I'm jealous now.
Vinegary Ty. Yeah, definitely wasn't that. But yeah, let's be Xbox friends.
What have you been playing lately?
I've been playing. I checked out the Crew 2 beta.
Oh, I meant to do that, but I didn't. How is it?
Yeah, I think it's over now. But the Crew 2 comes out this Friday, I
Yeah,
believe.
it's pretty soon.
It's pretty good. They made it a lot more like Forza Horizon, whereas the first Crew was more like Need for Speed, where there's like a story and some guy running from the FBI or something like
Lame.
that. The Crew 2 is more like Forza Horizon, where you're just trying to gain followers. You're just doing crazy races. They made it a little more arcadey. They added boats. You can race boats. You can race airplanes.
So you're just doing cool stuff to get followers?
Wait, is that the
It's
one?
like
There's-
it's like the Logan Paul of video
I
games.
suppose, yeah, you're
Oh.
Logan. You play Logan Paul, and you just try to
You try to do cool stuff.
influence the most people.
and you try to offend people, right? Is that what happens?
Oh, he doesn't try to do it. It just comes naturally
Okay,
to
yeah.
him.
Is that the one where it's kind of like Mario Kart but in real life?
Yeah, I mean it's a little more. Yeah, it's arcadey. I'd say more like Diddy Kong Racing because there's like airplane racing and boat, and
Do you have to change vehicles, or does your vehicle change for you?
you change
So you
vehicles.
jump out of your car. Get
You
to
enter
the
an
boat.
event, whether it's a boat event or airplane. You own like one of each, and you can like buy different vehicles. And the coolest thing though about the Crew 2 is that you can. It's like a live map, so you like zoom out and you can see all of the United States. It's like a compressed version of the United States, and you can just kind of go anywhere, and it automatically no loading. You can jump to another spot
Without loading.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
so it's really impressive. But it's pretty fun. Check it out. It's too late for the beta. If you missed out, then you'll just have to buy the game and hope that it's fun. But
Or wait and read reviews, see if it's good before you buy it.
but it's pretty good. It's not like the driving isn't as engaging as like a Forza, in my opinion.
Yeah,
But it's cool. It's fun to just fly around,
nice.
fly through the Grand Canyon and
You've been
boat.
playing anything else?
I checked out the Onrush.
Oh, that looks good.
They had a beta for that as well.
Gosh,
Check
dang
that
it.
out.
I need to pay attention to the betas more.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you do. Come
Yeah,
on.
Onrush is pretty cool.
It looks really arcadey.
It's a little bit like MotorStorm. It's like the same devs from MotorStorm.
Yeah.
It's very arcadey, but it's like more multiplayer. It's not normal racing.
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to be in like an off-road circuit, and it's just all about you're in teams. So you just try to get the most points. Like you fill up this boost meter, and I think the team that uses the most boost wins. There's different game modes, but you just try to like kind of like Burnout. You try to knock out, take down other cars, and yeah. There's not, as far as I could tell, there's not a normal racing mode.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah.
They should put that in.
That's what's holding me back from really getting into it.
I heard it was a lot of fun though.
It is fun.
As long as you're not expecting a racing game.
Yeah.
With
Out of a racing game?
Yeah, exactly.
That's like, yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's not a racing game, but it's fun. You can just jump in, and the multiplayer is really cool. So it's worth checking out if you don't care about racing.
Okay. Nice. All right, Jarron.
Hey, this is me, Jarron. I couldn't wait for you to say my name. You can find me on Twitter at Jarron. And lately, I tried out the Mario Aces demo.
Oh, we need to talk about. I feel like you need to hold on to that until we get to the E3 part. No,
it wasn't part of
yeah,
E3.
never mind.
That was the most complicated tennis game
Yup.
I've ever played in my life. And truthfully, I never made it through the stupid tutorial.
Yep.
How long did you play?
It felt like a half hour.
Well, how long was it?
I have no idea, but it felt like a half hour.
I'm super appreciative of them doing that demo mode because
I
that
know.
saved me $60.
Yeah, it did.
Oh, so you're not going to get it, James?
I agree with Jarron 100%.
I could-
Okay.
What happened to me?
I could
I don't know.
I like it. I could totally see it being crazy fun if you're in a room with 3 other people playing locally. But outside that,
But
not
then
not
you're
a
just having
chance.
fun with friends.
Yeah, exactly. But outside that, like, I guarantee if I tried to play online, I would be whooped every single time because it's so dang complicated. I couldn't believe it.
How do you complicate Pong?
Oh,
Well, that's the thing.
You'd
I
be
read
surprised.
that they made it more like a fighting game.
What?
Yeah, there's like combos and
What?
timing things that you have to perfect. It was hard.
Okay.
I'm not saying it's a bad game. It's just not for me.
I love tennis, and I have zero interest in this Mario tennis game.
Well, they had Mario. Was it Mario Smash Tennis, or is that this one? They had a Mario Tennis on GameCube.
Is on the Wii. Oh.
Does this support?
And that was fun.
Does this support the Joy-Cons? Like swinging the
Yes.
Joy-Cons?
Yes.
That might be fun. I didn't try that. That might be
I
its
highly
saving grace.
doubt doing this and doing this justifies
Well,
$60.
it would be a fun thing to play with my wife. You know.
Yep.
Why did that sound so weird?
I don't
I
know.
didn't mean for it to sound
I
weird.
don't know. Somehow you made it weird, though.
Yeah.
You been playing anything else?
Well, I mean, my standard go-to that I'll play until the end of time.
Horizon?
Zero Dawn. Yep.
Good game.
Haven't you beat that game yet?
No, not even close.
Wow.
What percentage would you say you are complete?
Well, I looked at the trophy percentage, and I was at 24%.
Have you started on the real storyline yet?
Yeah, I'm on the real storyline.
Okay.
You seem
Well, I
super
mean, 'cause-
defensive for
'cause-
starting the real story.
I
there's like-
prevented the death of the king.
Yeah, that's the
Spoiler alert.
that's
Okay.
the fake storyline before you get into the real storyline.
Yeah, but I'm doing that too, and then I'm in this thing learning about the past.
Okay.
Yeah,
you make
that's the real storyline.
Yeah,
is the-
and that's when I realized, because before, when I was just playing up to saving the king's life, I was like, this game is really fun, but the story's, who cares? And then they got after that into why the apocalypse happened and all that, and I was like, dang,
Crazy
this is
stuff.
really
I
good.
love
story.
that game.
Way good game. Cool. All right, James, welcome back.
Hey, what's up, guys? How's it going?
Pretty
It's
good.
going good?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really good. It's good to come back from the land of the dead.
That's weird.
Yep.
Wait, Japan?
You
Yeah.
died?
No. I feel like because I haven't been doing a lot of creative stuff lately, I'm dying a little bit on the inside. So I'm really
Well,
reaching for stuff to do.
We
If
have a
you-
fix for that.
If
Yeah,
you
we
need
do.
to, shoot me texts and tweets, not texts, tweets. You can find me on the Twitter at JDD Jensen. And JDD's for what, Jarron?
ADD.
Yep. And if you want to, also hit me up on Xbox. My gamer tag is Funeral Taters. That's Funeral Space Taters. And if you want to see some of the most ADD-driven creative outlets from me out of boredom, go to YouTube and search funeral taters, I started a YouTube channel where I use my Xbox trolling voice to give either really bad tutorials or really bad advice on stuff. All those videos are under a minute so far. And that's the reason why I need to do something with my life, because I found out that I can create this stuff, and I'm wondering if I should create that stuff.
That's the age-old question. Just because you can, does it mean that you should?
What's the downside?
Wasted time. I don't know. You guys have seen the stuff that I've created. I put it in the Slack.
I would say there's a danger of loss of credibility, but that's not really a danger.
No, not for me at this point. Outside of that, the games that I've been playing, I'm going to stop this camera. The games that I've been playing a boatload of Fortnite lately because I am all about that trend. If there's a popular game, most likely I'm playing it unless it's a good for me kind of game like Horizon Zero Dawn, in which case I will miss that boat.
You would need to buy a PlayStation for that.
It is a PS exclusive.
I call it good games.
Not all the good games, Jarron. Just a large many
2 to
of
3
them.
years from now, Microsoft will have some games.
Oh, I'm just meaning good games in general.
We'll get into that later.
Most of the good single player games right now are exclusive to PlayStation.
This is true.
Yeah, we'll talk a lot about
Hopefully that teeter will totter, though.
more games.
It doesn't even need to totter. Just balance out a little bit.
Yeah.
Because I don't need less good games on PlayStation to have more good games on Xbox. I just want lots of good games on both.
Nope, it's got to be less.
Outside of that, like I'm attempting to try to play Xenoblade Chronicles, and I can't talk myself into doing it. It just seems like a chore, and I feel like if the game is a chore,
It is a little bit of a chore.
so I might pull a Jarron and ask for a refund there.
You already used your refund, I thought.
No, I kept
That was me.
Splatoon.
Oh, you kept Splatoon?
Yeah, my wife liked playing it,
Oh,
so that's
okay.
what helped
All right.
justify it to me.
All right.
And outside of that, I bought a physical copy of Doom because sometime in the future I'm going to be heading to DC, and I need something to do.
Doom on Switch?
Yeah.
Boom.
I attempted
no.
to play the first
Doom.
level, and I hope that it
Doom.
gets better because the first level.
What?
It's awesome.
What I've played so far is like garbage.
You're garbage.
Yeah.
A lot of garbage. Doom is one of the best games of this generation.
Yeah.
Really?
It is so,
Easily.
Maybe I
so
just need
good.
to sit down.
I remember
and just,
why we kicked you off this podcast now.
Wait, you kicked me off?
Yeah. Yep, that was it.
Tony told me it was a mutual decision. Speaking of Tony, a guy who is our host, he never ended up playing the game with me that I ended up dropping money for, which I didn't need to drop money for considering I already have the Game Pass.
Classic.
We need to play that game.
Yeah, I attempted to play, like, I think I'm 2 or 3 hours into it. I
Yeah.
hate that game.
I told you.
It's so bad.
I'm hoping it's better if I play with people.
What's that game called again?
State of Decay 2.
Yeah.
It has all the elements in a game
It's-
that I like, which is you get to get followers, you get to create a community, you
Yeah.
get to build that
There's
community.
like management.
But then you have to micromanage the heck out of that community.
You got to
And
micromanage
it. Makes it blech.
and there's no one main character. You got to switch between characters. I hate that. Give me
Yeah.
one guy that I play, give me attributes that I level up. Also, Tap Defense 6 came out. Found out the other day.
There's 6 of those?
Yeah, if you're into those kind of games,
Goodness.
Tap Defense 6.
Is that
it just
like-
dropped? It's like a balloon defense game.
That's a Jerry pops balloons on Rick and Morty. Is that what that is?
No.
That's what it sounds like.
Well, I mean, it might be based on it.
Because they have that game. You can just buy that. It's
I already
free.
got that game.
It's free.
Yeah, I like it.
Doesn't surprise me.
Tony's our host.
Hey, check me out on Twitter at QuadTTony or here every other week on the Gadget Spot or every week on the Geek Show. I have been playing. I actually gave Xenoblade Chronicles another chance because I took my Switch with me on
How
a work
deep
trip.
did you get into it the first time?
I played about 8 hours the first go around, and I put probably another 6 or so on it.
Maybe
And
instead of a rating, you should give it a how much did you understand?
well, that's the thing I was going to say is it actually is getting a lot better, but it took 12 hours to get there.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's hard to recommend that game unless you're already a big JRPG fan.
I am
You
of
know.
like certain Final Fantasy games, but
But this one, yeah,
yeah,
it's the game mechanics are very complicated. The leveling up system itself seems overly complicated.
I just thought of an Xbox gamer tag.
Overly complicated.
Jarron PG. JRPG. Jarron PG. Ah!
All right, so Xenoblade Chronicles 2 it's actually getting pretty good, but I have also been playing Mass Effect Andromeda, and that game does not deserve the garbage that people give it.
Really?
Yep.
Well, now it doesn't.
Well, they stopped updating it after like 3 updates because everyone trashed on it so much.
Oh, they're like, why are we wasting our time?
BioWare abandoned it. EA told BioWare to abandon it. But from a gameplay perspective, I think it's as solid as Mass Effect. From a story perspective, the first trilogy, that is. From a story perspective, I'm about 15 hours into it, and I would say not as compelling as the original trilogy, but still good if you like a good sci-fi game.
Do you think somebody who hasn't played the original trilogy could play that and enjoy it?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Okay.
100%.
You just need to play the original trilogy, Ty.
So I tried playing the first Mass Effect, like the first 20 minutes, and
It's a little clunky.
I really bounced off of it.
Yeah, the first Mass Effect gameplay-wise was a little bit clunky.
Yeah.
You need to put about 4 or 5 hours into that one to get into it, unfortunately. But the only downside to Mass Effect Andromeda, I will say that I did notice, and it was a problem from the beginning with that game, that they still were unable to resolve in the patches that they put in, was that it definitely is buggy on the PC.
Still?
Yeah, it still does not. There's not like huge glaring bugs that you see a lot of. It just doesn't run well. On my PC, which is a beast, I can't run it full tilt 4K.
Why? What happens?
The frame rate drops to like the upper 30s. And it should that game runs on the same engine that Battlefield 1, Battlefront, and Battlefront 2, all of those games run on, and those games I can max out and get a full 60 frames per second easily.
Battlefield 1 is such a good
But
game.
they just didn't optimize this game worth crap. So that's the only downside. Now I don't know how it is on console, but from what I understand, it runs fine on console. So
does this make you at all want to re-pick up that one game that everybody hates, Skyward something? The I should have thought about the sentence before I started
Train
talking.
wreck.
But anyway, I highly recommend it if you have any interest in it. You can usually get it now for like $10. It's cheap.
Or it's on, I think it might be on Game Pass, Xbox Game Pass. It's definitely on EA Access if you want to just, it's like $20 for a year.
Yeah, so yeah,
25.
I'm liking it quite a bit. And the original trilogy Mass Effect is one of my favorite game series of all time. So if that tells you something.
You really get into Mass Effect.
I loved
it. It's a slow burn, but once you're there.
What style do you play it on? Because don't you get to choose between like you want more story, you want more action?
No.
Or is that only the third one?
I guess to a smaller extent, yeah, but you still have to play all the same missions and everything.
Oh.
It just, if you want more story and less action, they just make the enemies weaker, so they're easy to kill.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's not that big of a difference.
No.
All right, so this is the first episode since E3, so we're going to do an entire E3 show this go around. But first, we will give a shout out to our Patreon subscribers.
Indeed.
And we have some emails.
What's Patreon, James?
It is a digital tip jar.
You say that so much better than Owen.
I
I should be proud.
I wish I could say stuff like Owen, though, because
I know.
you get that empathetic vote.
You do.
Digital Pip Tar.
Nailed it.
There we go. All right.
Yeah.
So a huge thank you. If you guys want to donate $6 or more, we'll get you a shout out on here. But
Incorrect. Isn't it any level?
No, to get a shout out.
Oh, shout out. Yeah. Any content is.
And we call them tech daddies and tech mommies.
Yeah, that's right.
Yep.
$6 for a shout out.
But feel free to donate any amount, and you'll get access to the Patreon exclusive content. There's a nice backlog. James is filming something right now for this.
I am.
Tony's going to post an episode,
Have you
a short
not
clip.
posted that audio file yet?
Been busy.
Dude, I was
I've
here
traveled to San Francisco twice.
4 weeks ago.
2 times?
2 times.
Why?
For work.
That place is the worst.
It's got some good food.
No, I know of a worse place.
Where?
Jersey City.
I like
That's an
Jersey
unfair
City.
comparison.
Reno.
It's all right. Anyway, so huge shout out and thank you to AJ Jasper and Aaron Young. You guys are great. Then huge thank you to Jarron Loves Denny's.
Sure does for all its Star Wars tie-ins.
I think they're the ones that tanked Solo. All right? It was that tie-in.
I don't think so.
It was Denny's fault that Solo didn't do well.
It was Denny's fault and the stupid Solo cups that they partnered with.
But that only makes sense, that advertisement. Yeah, that's perfect.
Didn't even know they did that.
Solo cups, come on.
Oh, come on. Anyway, moving on. Derek Bauer, a new guy. Thank you. Dave Schuster, Adam Foote, Aaron Faulkner, Spencer Knowlton, Valentine, Kevin Eccles, Ryan McQueen, Casey Dilly, Johnny Rios, Derek Allred, Ryan Baker, Michael Beck, Matt Nelson, Jeffrey Kale, David Broshinsky, Roger Allen, Austin Beauregard, Morty.
Hey, simple. I like it.
Yeah, Dan Clark, Brian Lee, Conrad Southworth, and Adam Hecht. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Dude, side note, Austin Beauregard lives such a great life. I like, hold on. We can't just blaze past what he did. I Facebook stalked him this last weekend.
That's getting even
and
creepier.
He,
super weird.
He threw axes at wood. Like a Viking.
That sounds pretty fun.
Maybe he played God of War and was inspired.
I feel like you guys aren't
That game's so good.
whatever.
Oh, I shouldn't have mentioned it.
He has such a great
game.
life.
That's game of the year so far for me.
Yeah, same.
All right, and then we got some emails.
Email.
Do I need to put it in now afterwards? I don't know if I
maybe.
Maybe I did, maybe I didn't.
All right, so we got some Facebook messages from Nicholas Hatton.
Sparks. Oh, dang.
Yeah, I wish it was Nicholas Sparks.
I know. Didn't he die?
What?
I don't know. But he's from the same town my wife is.
No.
Yeah.
The author? Why would Nicholas Sparks have died? He writes about people dying.
But he's a successful author.
Their track at the high school was named after Nicholas Sparks.
No.
I think.
This
I think
is
that's
in,
what it was.
This is in Roosevelt, Utah?
No. This
not
is
where
in
his
California.
Your wife's from California?
Yes. How did you go from thinking she was in Roosevelt to surprised that she's from California?
She just says she's from California.
She seems like she's from Roosevelt.
No.
How many people do you know from Roosevelt, James?
None. I thought one.
Wasn't Roseville? Is that what?
Roseville, California?
Yeah, it's by Roosevelt actually.
Oh, that's where it
But
came
she's
from.
not from Roseville though.
Oh.
No.
All right. Anyway,
No.
Nicholas says, "Hey,
Sparks.
Gadget Spot.
Hey, Nicholas.
I just wanted to add a point about Dolby Atmos that others might find interesting. Atmos adds overhead speakers and a new way to program the audio. Rather than having a set audio mix, they have a way to create audio objects that move within the audio space. The software then processes this and outputs the correct audio to each speaker. What this means is that the helicopter you hear flying overhead isn't a part of left or right channels as mixed by an engineer, but is instead an object that the audio decoder interprets and outputs to whatever channels you've set up. You aren't limited to the channel set the engineer planned for. The volume of each object in each channel is set by the decoder following the sound object's instruction set."
You know,
I
do find that interesting.
Yeah. So it's like more positional. Like you can position where the sound's actually coming from, then like the decoder does the rest.
Right. Sounds like probably uses what, like metadata for that, I would
It
think.
must. Something like that. Thanks, Nicholas.
I heard at one point that sound engineers, I don't remember exactly who told me this, but that at times
the microphone.
Okay,
There you go.
what is the exact flavor of grape soda? Because it doesn't taste like grape, right? So
Okay.
sometimes
It's
when you're
purple.
making sound, you have to make the sound that people would associate that thing with, if that makes sense.
Yeah, actually, that does make sense.
And the way that sound engineers are starting to work now is like how 3D objects are starting to be modeled into video.
Mm-hmm.
They're starting to do that with sound. As in, like, you make a sound that your brain would interpret and put it in the position that makes sense to your brain.
Ooh.
Here you thought I was going to say something stupid.
Well, you showed us. Well done.
Yes.
All right. We got any more?
Yeah, we got a lot more.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Message from Valentine.
Hey, Valentine.
Let's be friends in Pokemon Go. My trainer code is 5136-2606-7813.
You can be friends on... Oh, you can. They just unlocked that.
Yeah, there you go.
Nice. I don't know if I'll download Pokemon Go again, though. I'm sorry. I gave it a good shake. I just got so bored of it. But I'm sure you might get some other friends from that
Yeah.
read there.
Yeah,
So
maybe. If you slow it down and rewind a few
that's
times.
right. Who knows? I might download it again. I don't know. I've tinkered with it after the stuff they announced at before E3. It's like
I'm going to laugh when Valentine gets more friends on Pokemon Go than Ty got followers.
on Twitter.
Sorry, Ty.
I would not be surprised if that happens.
He is orders of magnitudes cooler than you are, Ty.
Oh,
Sorry.
wow.
Valentine?
He's a cool guy.
Have I met Valentine?
I don't know.
Okay.
Aaron Faulkner sends us a message. He links to a article about Intel. It says Intel now faces a fight for its future. That's because its CEO had a relationship with a employee, so he resigned.
What's interesting about this story is everything I've read says the relationship was consensual.
Yeah,
but
I
it's
find
just
it-
against the company policy.
I find it odd that he had to resign over this.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Well, it just depends on if he disclosed it or not.
He didn't. If he disclosed it, he would have been out earlier.
Yeah. So, it's what was the policy? You cannot have a relationship with someone who directly or indirectly reports
And
to
since
you.
he was the CEO, everyone
Yeah.
indirectly reports to him.
I don't know. That's kind of a
I'm going to need to see pictures.
Anyway, he says AMD should prepare to strike. This might explain also why Intel has just been sitting for a while due to a lack of motivated leadership.
A lack of motivated leadership? Don't they just innately want their company to succeed?
Well, he's in a relationship. Who knows?
at that point he doesn't care about anything else, just his relationship with his subordinate.
Yep. Okay, a few more. A message from Scott Arregui.
Hey Scott.
Arregui. Aragorn. Scott Aragorn. Here we go. Hello, gentlemen. I'm trying to motivate myself into getting back into shape.
Give up.
Why is he talking to us?
Abandon hope. I had a Fitbit a few years ago that really helped me keep on track with diet and exercise. I was looking at buying a newer Fitbit and starting back at the gym. Then my friend suggested an Apple Watch. Looking at all the fitness features with the Apple Watch 3, I was very impressed. I was heading out to buy one this week when another one of my friends stopped me and told me to wait for the Apple Watch 4. That's a wise friend because it's 3 months away.
May I?
Was that three at the same time, by the way? Nice.
May I?
Yes, go ahead.
So here's the thing: is if you need an object to motivate you to work out, it's not gonna work out for you. But
Nice pun.
that being said,
Heyo.
oh, I'm bringing so much stuff to the show today. But that being said, if you are good at it for like a month, use it as a reward. Be like, oh, cool, I'll reward myself with this
then
object.
there's people out there that say don't do things for rewards because that's not very motivating either.
Everything in life is done for a reward. I work
the
for
reward
my
should
reward
be
of a
inherent
paycheck.
in the actual activity itself. If you don't find joy in working out, you're not going to stick with it.
That's why I'm saying.
Well, that's not true
you can,
either.
You can
because
find joy.
if you don't have to have joy if you have discipline. If you're just disciplined and make yourself work out.
Well, if you like the feeling you get after you work out because you're disciplined,
yeah, but
you
you're
find
not
joy in
going to
it.
find that in the first month. The first month is going to be the worst part.
It's true. That will be the suckiest part.
And so if you can get past that and then use that object that you promised yourself for.
However, that's one way to look at it. The other way to look at it, too, that I do sometimes is sometimes I'll buy something that I know is actively working towards whatever goal I have, and I see that purchase, and I think I need to get my money's worth out of that purchase. So I better go work out, or I better go, do this thing, because otherwise I just wasted $400. So that's one way to look at it, too.
We should segue into a podcast about motivation.
It would only last one episode.
I could do that.
Yeah, we wouldn't be very motivated.
Well, I think that's a good way to maybe push yourself. If you've kind of plateaued, you can use the statistics and to try to, I guess, do they give you like a score? I know with the only exercising
Device?
Technology?
Gadget?
thing that I've used is the Kinect on Xbox.
You actually used that?
Of all the things I
Yeah.
thought you would say,
So-
that was not it.
He loved that dancing game.
For real?
In addition to the dancing game, there's a program called Xbox Fitness, and there's serious workouts, and they give you a score.
Serious in quotes.
No, they're serious.
Is this like the Wii Fit?
Like I said, he's orders of magnitude cooler than you are.
Oh man.
All right.
I'm just kidding. Keep going. I'm curious where this is going.
So anyway, they give you a score based on how much you're moving and working and doing the workout. And so you try to get a higher score the next time you work out.
A personal best kind of thing.
Personal best. Yeah, you try to beat your score every time.
Yeah, they have that on the Apple Watch. They have achievements. You can get like medals or whatever, but you set a calorie goal, an exercise minute goal, a stand goal, and it encourages you throughout the day to
I just
reach
don't see
those.
that it's very accurate, though, because I've reached my stand goal sitting.
Oh yeah, if you fidget
You're a lot taller than Jarron. You need to readjust your settings.
if you fidget around a lot, it'll detect it as like moving around, and then it will mark it as you're standing.
Honestly, I just think that
So
it's cool
those
to-
with ADD need not apply.
I just think that it's cool when at the at the end of the month you can look back and see your progress, like how far you walked on certain
yeah,
days.
for
Use it as
sure.
like a digital journal.
For
yeah,
sure.
it keeps that too. It's pretty cool. I like mine. I've had it for a while now.
So I would say my advice to what was his name?
Scott.
Scott.
Even
Scott
I knew it was
Aragorn.
Scott. Come on.
Scott Aragorn. I would say if you do want to go get one, I would say wait for the Apple Watch 4.
Yeah.
For sure. And then depending on your personality, if you're like me and you'll use that to motivate you to go because you don't want to feel like you wasted money, great purchase. If you're more of a incentive and reward kind of person, maybe do what James said
The majority of my life is stuff from rewards.
and wait a month. Well, I mean, work out for a month and use it as a reward, and then help it push you into your second month of working out.
History shows they'll announce a new one in 2.5 months.
Yeah.
So I would definitely wait. He says, P.S. Remember that one episode where James was reluctant to share his last name?
Jensen.
And Owen reminded him that his last name was in his Twitter handle. I still chuckle about that. I miss that guy. Hashtag miss you, JDD.
Oh, I like this guy.
It's perfect.
He's a great guy.
You only like people that talk about
Of
you.
course I do.
Yeah.
Come on, Jarron.
Real,
Duh.
real nice.
Yeah, we actually have like 4 more emails, so maybe we should
Here,
We'll do-
let's just
save
play.
these.
We'll do.
Wait, who are they from? Who are they from?
Pick the shortest one.
What-
Joe Reedy, Chris Cushley, Aaron Esau. He's
Aaron?
related to Owen, so maybe.
I say do this. Pick the short.
And Benjamin.
Dang it!
pick
I was
the
hoping there was one
shortest.
from Beauregard.
Pick the shortest one, and then we'll save the other 3 for the next episode.
All right, here we go. That is not a short one. Okay, here we go. This is short. Okay, from Benjamin. I forget who went,
Hey,
but
Benjamin.
on the trip to Japan, he forgot about
It was
it.
me.
That was James, and he's here today.
Why would you forget about me?
I didn't. Benjamin did.
Real nice, Ben.
You're so absent sometimes.
On the trip to Japan, did they
Yeah.
make it to Akihabara?
Yeah, I did.
From what I can recall of that show, he didn't stumble onto the Otaku Center of Tokyo,
No.
or at least didn't
Well-
mention it.
I wish that I could give you a accurate description of Japan, but I wish
Japan.
It's
that
pronounced
I,
Nippon.
Japan. But I wish that I knew more local people there because I did go to Akibara, and that is kind of like, if I remember right, it's like the the tech capital of Tokyo, and I had a great time for the probably 3 hours I was there. But once 3 hours hit, I was kind of done because I didn't know what I was looking at. I didn't know where to go for good stuff, or if I'd seen everything.
You needed a guide.
I did.
A local guide. Yeah.
And if I would have known that now, I would have absolutely hired one and honestly paid for their time. Because, I mean, it's like going to a nice car show for me. I think the cars are pretty, but I don't know what I'm looking at. Unless it's a Tesla.
That's a good
In which case, I still don't know what I'm looking at, but it's cool.
You like it even more because you know it's electric
Yeah, and Elon touched it.
and fast. He probably didn't.
In my mind, he did.
All right, we're gonna save those other emails for the next episode. Thanks for writing in, everyone. That's awesome that we actually have to save some. That means we got a lot of letters, so that's pretty cool. Okay, so E3 2018.
Bugger.
I gotta say, this was probably the best E3 I've seen that did not include hardware announcements.
Yeah.
There was a
So,
lot that happened.
yeah, it was very exciting.
Not you, EA.
Nah, not you, EA.
Not talking about you.
Not you, Ubisoft. Well, Ubisoft, a little
Ubisoft was
bit.
good.
If
Not-
EA would have
Not you,
showed
Nintendo.
if EA would have
Yeah.
showed the Star Wars game, man, they would have won everything instantly.
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
Which Star Wars game are you talking
Let's
about?
get into it.
All right. So first up, we had EA gave the first E3 keynote.
Yeah, they started out with Battlefield 5 or V. Is it 5 or V?
I think it's 5.
Wait,
Let's say
EA
5.
did?
Yeah.
Wait, that's EA?
Yeah, that's
Yep.
EA.
Oh.
EA owns DICE.
What?
Yeah. Why do you think so many of their games use Frostbite engine?
And why do you think they made Battlefront 2?
I don't know.
All right, keep going.
So Battlefield 5, it's World War II. The cool thing about it is that it takes place in Scandinavia, like Norway, so it's completely different theater.
Yeah.
Different
No
parts.
one- no one's ever made
Scandinavia.
No one's ever made a game that takes place in that theater of World War II.
Yeah. I think it
So-
looks awesome. They
Yeah,
added this.
Scandinavia is huge right now with God of War,
Yep.
Battlefield 5.
Maybe we'll see Kratos.
That's it.
Maybe see Kratos
That would be awesome.
in the PlayStation version.
That would be really
Yeah.
cool.
You won't though.
But they added destructible buildings.
Yes, I
From
saw
Bad
that
Company.
video.
Also, they announced the Royale mode, of course. So
I don't
say
that.
Why would you want to do that in Battlefield?
Battlefield, I feel like already.
It's so hot right now.
Yeah, that's exactly why. But you could already do a 64-person fight in Battlefield.
Yeah.
I mean, you're already.
It's insane.
2/3 of the way there.
It's almost not fun, the amount of people that are playing, because even if you're good, you just get a sniper to the head.
Yeah. Plus the maps, even for 64 players, that map's much smaller than like the PUBG map.
Yeah.
Or
I assume they would have to make a much bigger map for this.
Yeah. Did you hear about all the whiners online about Battlefield 5?
No.
Well, they're like, oh, it's
got a female.
It's got a female as the main character.
Dude,
she's on the cover. That's not accurate.
They have a darker skinned fellow on the cover of Battlefield 1.
Guys, we just lost a listener.
what?
Come on.
We did?
Just kidding.
Oh. How are you getting those stats in real time? Like, I don't understand. Like, what?
Well, first of all, they're wrong. There were plenty of women that served in World War II.
Like, why is that your battle that you're picking?
And secondly, the response from the creative director of the game
Which was dope.
Pure gold.
Yep.
He said, check your history. There were females in World War II that served in almost every position. And you know what? If you don't like it, don't buy the game.
Then don't buy it.
Yeah.
Great.
Strong-armed.
Yep.
Yeah, well, I think it looks really good, though.
It does. I think it looks really neat.
I think it looks better than Battlefield 1.
Ooh,
And it was good. I'm saying Battlefield 1 was good, and this
Yeah.
one looks better.
It's fine. Ty's cool.
I don't care about the multiplayer in Battlefield 1, but I really enjoyed the 5 short campaigns in Battlefield 1. I thought it was really neat.
Battlefield 1 is amazing. But that being said, I am more excited to enter into World War II because I know more stuff. And like Tony said, a different theater. But honestly, I love that the environments are destructible.
Yeah.
That is if there is an enemy on the other side of the wall and I am in a tank, there is no reason why I should not be able to shoot through that wall.
Yeah.
You are so obsessed with destructible environments.
Oh, that's because destructible environments are awesome.
It makes it more real.
So
Does it?
Nah.
Although I got to say, what's up with your naming convention, EA, and all the tech industry in general? Why is everyone skipping around numbers?
Oh, yeah.
iPhone-
It's confusing.
iPhone 8, iPhone 10,
Windows 8,
Windows 10,
Because they have a Tony conference and they're like, how can we piss Tony off?
Battlefield 1, Battlefield
It
5.
was Battlefield 4, Battlefield 1, Battlefield 5.
Yeah, what are they doing? Whatever.
Naming.
Okay.
So next, they announced EA Origin Access Premier, a subscription service for $100 a year. I guess you just get all their games when they come out. So that's the thing, is you'd have to
Wait,
be
how
pretty
much?
much into sports games if
Yeah.
you want that. It's $100 a year.
And is it newer titles or is it like
It's
backlog?
brand new.
Everything.
Yeah, anything the day it comes out.
Yeah.
You're right. It's good for sports games, but
So-
that's it.
I don't know, Jarron. They got a lot of Star Wars games coming out.
One a year, if that. They got no Star Wars games coming out this year.
They need to give Star Wars over to somebody else.
Speaking of Star Wars, they announced the name of the next Star Wars game that Respawn is working on, and it's called Jedi Fallen Order.
Guys, we got a name.
Did you watch the interview with Vince
Vince Zampella.
Zampella? That interview was terrible.
Yeah, he was like just there in the crowd.
Yep.
Hey, I hear you're working on a Star Wars game.
Yeah, we
Yep.
sure are.
It's gonna be cool.
Oh yeah, it's
Neat.
we're pretty excited about it. That's all we can tell you.
Come on!
If we get any kind of like battle system that they had back in Jedi Knight, that'd be fantastic. They nailed it back then.
That's good. I just think it's funny that Respawn's working on it, and there's a fall in the name. Titanfall, Jedi Fall,
That's a
Fall in Order, Jedi Fall in Order.
If they
didn't
just
even
made
think about that.
Titanfall and replace it with like lightsabers, I'd be all over it.
Lightsabers
What-
and giant droids.
Yes.
Yes, battle droids. I'm excited for anything
Yeah.
Respawn does. Honestly, they've got
Totally.
2 solid games under their belt out of 2.
Yeah, so I can't wait to see more of that next year.
Yeah. Let's see.
So they did some more Battlefront 2 updates.
Yeah.
Jen might be excited about that.
Meh.
Unravel 2 came out that day.
Meh.
I played a little bit of
Although-
Unravel 1. It was
Is Unravel the answer to Little Big Planet or something?
Kind of.
the physics are a little Big Planet-y, like kind of floaty, and
And the animations
Is
kind
it
of
more
the same.
on like textures and stuff? And
it has really good graphics actually. It
Really?
looks- yeah.
It was cool, though, that they announced it that day and it came out that day. That was kind of cool.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. So they showed Sea of Solitude. It looks pretty interesting. Command and Conquer Rivals, their new mobile game that looked pretty bad.
Yeah.
And then Anthem.
That's like, hold on, rewind a second. Command and Conquer. You guys loved Command and Conquer, right? When you were growing up, wasn't that game good?
I loved it. Red Alert was
Man,
my game.
Those games were awesome on the PC. They
Yeah,
always
they were.
they always looked really good. They had really cheesy but fun cutscenes.
Oh, dude! But what?
We're bringing it back. We're bringing it back on your phone.
I was young enough to think that story was so cool.
Yeah, right.
They weren't cheesy to me.
They had Tim
Yeah.
Curry and a bunch
It
of hot
did?
chicks.
I
Yeah.
forgot about
it was
that.
the Red Alert.
Hot chicks.
The Red Alert ones had Tim Curry. He was a Soviet guy.
It's the nameless body babes that I'm in it for.
No, they had names.
Oh,
They
yeah,
were
like
they were like
Candy and
generals and stuff.
Topanga.
That's Boy Meets World. Anthem. Okay, let's talk about
The most
Anthem.
hated game that hasn't come out yet.
Hated? Who
I'm
hates
pretty
it?
excited.
This game looks awesome.
I'm excited for this.
I don't
game.
know, guys.
What they showed though in the EA press conference didn't look that great, but from what I read from the press people that got to play it,
Yeah.
they said it's awesome.
Yeah, I'm excited. Up until Mass Effect Andromeda, which I'm learning as I play, is actually pretty dang good. I loved anything BioWare made,
Yeah.
and Andromeda, to be fair, wasn't made by the same team as Mass Effect or Anthem, the original Mass Effects. But Anthem, man, the one worry I have is it uses the Frostbite engine.
Yep.
And they proved that they weren't very good at using the Frostbite engine in their last two games. Inquisition was decent. It still wasn't very well optimized for PC either, and Andromeda is just not well optimized at all. But where are you going, Jarron?
Oh, he's getting something. Is he
sniffing
smelling
something on
the
his
wall?
wall. All right. Well, here he's back.
But is there something that you don't approve of smell-wise in here?
Something's funky.
I am very excited for Anthem, though. Basically, it looks like if Halo, Iron Man, and Destiny had a baby.
Yeah, that's a pretty good way to describe it. Those Iron Man suits, they say that they're really fun they control really well.
Yeah.
I think you click in the left stick to hover, click in the right stick to fly, and there's you can overheat, so you can't just fly forever.
Yeah.
So you have to either land to cool down or go through a waterfall or go into the water.
And they have different classes as well for the javelins that are very you can tell just by looking at it, oh, that's a tank class. That's a ranger class. That's a wizard class.
Yeah.
Oh man, looks good.
It looks really good. I can't wait.
Yeah.
I'd be really surprised though if the gameplay was really tight and I guess fun.
Like
'Cause
right out the gate?
BioWare never has had really good shooting mechanics.
I disagree. Mass Effect 3 had great shooting mechanics.
It was okay. It wasn't as good as other games out there like Halo or Titanfall or
Okay, you're
Call
right
of Duty.
You're right about that, but they are far better than passable.
yeah, they are.
You know.
Yeah. Well, the people that got to play it say that the shooting mechanics feel really good. I don't expect them to be like Destiny, but
Yeah. That's the one thing Bungie has never ever disappointed on is their shooting mechanics. Regardless of what you think of their storylines or their or whatever, their shooting mechanics are always top notch.
That game.
All right. So that was the EA, and then the same day we had the Microsoft Xbox.
that was the next day.
Xbox?
Was it the next day?
Yeah.
I thought EA.
EA was Saturday.
Oh, that's right.
Xbox was Sunday.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah. This
And how many titles did they show off on the Xbox? 50.
50?
50 is the answer.
How come I don't remember any of them hardly then?
Because
I'm
most
sure
of
once
them,
we review them, you'll remember.
most of them were third party.
Oh.
Well, they started out with quite the bang. They started out with Halo Infinite.
Yeah. Now
It's not a bang to me. It's a game that we already knew was in development. It's still
No.
2 years away.
we didn't know that Infinite was in development. We knew Halo 6 was in development, and it's
Well,
not Halo 6.
We knew a Halo game was in development. We just didn't know the title.
I don't even know if this counts as Halo 6, honestly. It might be a different game altogether. It didn't seem like a game preview to me though. It was like a game
Oh, yeah.
engine.
It was just
unveiling,
a
basically.
trailer.
Yeah. And
Engine.
it sure looks pretty.
But yeah, I mean,
Oh man.
I shrieked when
Yeah.
when I saw that.
When I was watching it, about 15 seconds into it, you see a rhino with two horns, a herd of two-horned rhinos, and for some reason I was like, I swear I've seen those before. Have they been in Halo before?
I don't know.
Because it was at that point I was like, I think this is Halo.
I don't remember.
But yeah, that it sure got me excited for just 30 seconds.
Yeah, I'm buying whatever they're gonna sell me.
Oh,
Halo.
oh, yeah.
I'm ready. I want it
It
now.
looks cool, it's just so far away still. It's probably going to be a multi-platform game.
I think you're right.
Cross-gen game.
Cross-gen, not multi-platform. Well,
Yeah.
it'll be on PC, they confirmed. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it might not be on this current generation.
No,
Well,
they confirmed that it will. It will be on this current generation, but I think...
Maybe like Xbox One X only.
No, I'll bet it's on a regular Xbox too, but it'll be one of those ones that's like, or you can get it for the new system and it'll look even better.
Okay.
Kind of like how Destiny was.
Exactly. Or Black Ops 3 was the same way.
I'm just surprised that
I
we
think.
don't get more Halo. There are so many diehard Halo fans. Like, why isn't there a Halo game every like 2 years?
You're asking the tough questions.
Give me anthology games.
Nobody
Did you guys ever
knows.
play ODST?
Yeah.
How awesome
great.
would it have been if you were a proper ODST and you got to select your mission and it would drop you in
I'd like that.
as an ODST, orbital drop shot trooper?
You know what they didn't mention at all?
LeBron James.
You're right. You know what else they didn't mention at all was any of the progress on the update of the Master Chief Collection.
For the
Right.
X?
Yeah, for
I'm
the
waiting
X.
for that.
Yeah.
Come on.
They just keep saying, "Yep, we're working on
Working on it, and it's going to be on Game Pass, and that's all we got.
it." Yep. All right.
Wait,
so
are they releasing a new Master Chief collection, or
No,
are they updating the old
they're
one?
it's
updating it.
updating the old one.
Okay.
It sounds like the way they describe it sounds like they're going through and just ripping everything out and fixing it. I mean, they make it sound like a complete overhaul,
What's
which is
wrong
what
with
they
it
should
right now?
They should have done the first time. It's just
Yeah.
buggy. The net code isn't good, so the multiplayer doesn't function very well. Things like that.
Did you notice that when they were talking about Cuphead's DLC, the Delicious Last Course, it spells DLC, Delicious Last Course.
I did not.
Yeah.
Look at those clever
I thought
guys.
that was cool.
Well, just like Halo Infinite coming out in who knows how long, they bought a bunch of game devs who will
Yeah.
also have exclusives probably many years from now.
Yes, I think their total game dev ownership now is at like 15 or something, 14. Do you have the list of who they bought there, Ty?
They bought the Initiative. That's a new one that they
Oh yeah, they just formed.
yeah, they
that
formed
one.
it in Santa Monica. They bought Undead Labs, which makes the State of Decay games.
Eh.
They bought
shouldn't have bought
Playground.
them.
Well, I don't know.
They could
Those
give it
those
a-
their games.
Those games have so much potential. State
Yeah.
of Decay 2 has a ton of potential. They just
Wasted potential.
bogged it down with crappy micromanagement.
Yeah.
Keep going.
They bought Playground Games, who makes Forza Horizon.
No surprise there.
And
That's a good one.
They're
Yeah.
also making I think they're making the new Fable.
No,
Oh, I did read a rumor about
Did
Yeah.
they
that.
buy Lionhead Studios?
No.
No,
They shut down Lionhead Studios.
Yeah.
Xbox just owns the rights to Fable, so there's
Give it-
Playground Games is the rumor is that they're making the new one.
What has Playground Games made before?
The
Forza
Horizon.
Oh,
All three of those.
Those are great games.
Those are-
yeah,
those
but
are
how
really
does
good.
that translate to Fable though?
It doesn't matter if they're good at making games.
Not necessarily.
Well, Horizon Zero Dawn, all they made was like Killzone games
Yeah.
I'm in.
before.
Oh, wait, Killzone?
Yeah.
I liked Killzone.
But it's nothing like Horizon Zero Dawn. Though.
It's a
Totally
shooter.
different.
Horizon Zero Dawn
Horizon's
isn't.
not a shooter.
Yeah.
It has
Really?
it has a bow and arrow, but that's not a shooter.
Yeah, but you're still like maneuvering. I'm saying there is a big leap between like racing games and like
Well, it's open world.
in-depth RPG. What you do?
No, you're right, but I don't think it's a
Oh man, Fable
I don't
was
think
is possibly my third favorite game series. Wow, that's really disappointing to figure that out here.
All right, great.
I think there's more similarities between Forza Horizon and a Fable game than Killzone and Horizon Zero Dawn.
I'm gonna put my finger on that and say no.
What?
Killzone was not open world at all. It didn't have missions.
No, it was
didn't
very
have
linear,
It didn't
but-
have like a
But
inventory
you
or
were
anything
still
like
moving
that.
a person.
There was no RPG mechanics
Yeah. Well, there's a little bit of RPG mechanics.
in
Not-
Killzone.
no,
You pick
no,
up a
there's
gun
not.
like you would in real life.
That's not.
There's
no,
a
that's
load of
not.
RPG mechanics in Forza Horizon.
Anywho, I'm just glad that they're not making that free Fable game anymore. That was the last thing that Fable was working on, was
Yeah.
that free-to-play Fable game, and then they shut it
Yeah.
down.
They worked on that for like 4 years and then just.
I mean, did they work on it, though?
Well, they said they
'Cause-
did.
Oh, yeah.
All right,
They were
let's
sipping Mai Tais.
let's do this, Ty. You have the entire list of games they showed off, all
Yes.
50. Okay, read all 50, and then we'll come back and talk about the big ones.
Okay, after Halo Infinite, they did Ori and the Will of the Wisps.
Oh, that looks good.
It looks incredible. It comes out next year.
Graphically, it looks
Um,
amazing.
They showed From Software's new game, Sekiro: Shadows Die Twice. Tony's not a fan.
No, From Software games are too hard.
This one looks pretty cool. Like you're a ninja.
There's no story.
Wow,
Are we talking about
see.
Ninja Gaiden?
No.
Oh, all right.
I know Joe Reedy would disagree.
I know he will.
But I agree with you, Tony.
Well, you know what? I will. I'll give it a chance. I'll give the new one a chance because I've seen game devs make crap and then I just called their other games crap, didn't I? I've had game devs make games I didn't care for and then they make one that I do.
So crap.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Oh, you forgot to mention Ninja Theory was purchased by Microsoft.
Yeah. Well, there was Ninja Theory. There was also Compulsion Games, who makes We Happy Few.
Yeah, that was a weird one because they don't even have a game out yet.
Their game comes out August 10th.
So did they? Are they still going to release We Happy Few on PlayStation?
Yes.
It's still multi-platform.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everything after that will be Microsoft
I'm
exclusive.
interested to see what that game is going to be like.
If it's anything like BioShock, I might
It looks
be in.
like
Oh, yeah.
it looks like a mix between like Half-Life and BioShock.
Well, a Ninja
Yeah.
Theory made
They made DMC,
and
Devil May Cry, Hellblade.
Hellblade, which has got rave reviews, and then also I really enjoyed Enslaved Odyssey to
Oh
the
yeah,
West.
I loved
Oh,
Enslaved.
That
they
Yeah.
was a
made that?
Ninja Theory
Yeah, that
game.
was.
Yeah, so I think that was a good purchase. Okay,
Okay, they showed Fallout 76.
which looks awesome.
Looks awesome. We can talk about that
Hopefully
more
it's not sucky.
in the Bethesda.
yeah,
or
yeah, yeah, we'll hit that in
um,
Bethesda.
They said it's 4 times the size of Fallout 4. They showed a Life is Strange spin-off called Awesome Adventures of Captain Spirit, which is actually the game's out today. It's free.
And it's free, yeah.
Who made Life is Strange?
I can't
Is that
remember the
Telltale?
company. No.
No, it's
But does it play like a Telltale game?
Yes.
Oh, okay. That's
Yeah.
all I wanted to know.
So check out The Awesome Adventures of Captain Spirit if you want. They showed Crackdown
Spirit.
Crackdown again.
Crackdown 3, and they announced it's going to be out in February. Nier
Delayed.
Automata, it's out tomorrow,
Yeah.
today, when
They-
this posts.
They not remade, but they amped it up for X, so it looks pretty cool.
Yeah. Metro Exodus.
Oh my gosh. That's probably the second most
Yeah.
cool game I'm looking forward to.
Looks really smooth, nice animations.
Yeah, I love the Metro games.
What is that? Nah. No, okay.
Next.
Next, they showed Kingdom Hearts 3. Sea of Thieves gets some expansions.
I attempted to play that game and I cannot get into it.
I know a
had
lot of people that have said
4
that.
friends
Really?
all
You
at the
have 4
same
friends?
time that played it with me. Tony,
I need to try it with some friends. Me and Jan were going to try it, but I think you don't have Game Pass anymore,
it's
do you?
such a chore.
I do for a few more days.
Like 2 more days.
yeah.
And I feel like there was so much I needed to know going into it. We had a camel come with us who just led us through the entire thing. And by the end of it,
Did you say camel?
Yeah, is that not the right idiom?
Sherpa?
Sherpa.
Oh.
We had a Sherpa lead us through the whole thing with a poncho, and it was awful.
Yeah.
Yeah, the part of the fun of that game is just being with your friends, figuring stuff out, just having fun.
That sounds like me on Skype.
Hopefully with the DLCs they add, it will give it some depth.
Yeah,
Because the problem that game has is it's as big as an ocean, but as deep as a puddle.
Yeah, that's a good way to describe it.
Hey, like that one space game.
Exactly. No Man's Sky.
There we
That's
go.
it. Did you really know that? And you didn't? Never mind.
What?
Nothing.
Next game.
Moving on, they showed some more Battlefield 5.
Yeah.
Then they showed Forza Horizon 4.
And
That looks awesome.
it looks at 60 frames per second.
60 frames per second. Yeah, you have the option now with the Xbox One X. You can pick frame rate or you can pick graphics.
Yeah.
I'd still choose graphics.
I probably would too, but I'm going to play it on PC, so I get both.
Ha.
Yeah.
Not
but-
HDR though.
Wouldn't picking
Oh.
frame rate just
Dang
mean
it.
that you can see more clearly the crappy graphic?
Well, no, the only thing they drop is the resolution.
Okay.
They'll probably keep all the effects the same.
Yeah, it looks incredible though. They added dynamic seasons. It takes place in Britain. It's a shared open world this time.
I still want to get it, even though I hardly ever play Forza Horizon 3.
I'm in the same boat.
Those are my favorite Xbox games, are the Forza Horizon games. So I'm really excited for this one.
They didn't make it seem like the other 3 in that you're supposed to be like starting a fair or whatever and getting people come, which that kind of bugged me, that aspect of it.
Yeah, I wasn't
down-
a big fan
I
of
wasn't
that.
too down with that, but if it's just cruising around and doing races and stuff, that sounds more fun to me.
That's how I played all of them.
You didn't worry about like,
No, you just go to the races and have fun.
maybe I should just do that.
Just do the races, man.
Dang it. Wasting my time.
Yeah. Let's see. That's coming out October 2nd.
The graphics look
They
phenomenal.
look way good.
Then they announced all the new studios and they announced the new PUBG maps.
Meh.
Yeah.
Meh.
Tales of Vesperia,
Meh.
The Division 2.
That actually looks pretty cool.
We can
Never
talk about
again.
that. We
But-
can talk about that more on Ubisoft.
Yeah, we'll hit them on Ubisoft.
They announced a new feature for Xbox Game Pass called Fast Start, which allows you to start playing games quicker, so you don't have to download the whole thing. It uses machine learning to do that.
I thought that was the games load quicker, like if it's already on your hard drive.
No, that's for downloading games.
Oh, dang it.
So if
I was
you
excited
don't-
about that because
Uh-huh.
Battlefront 2 takes 5 minutes to load.
It says it's Star Wars. Star Wars is slow.
Yeah.
So if you are
Denny's.
impatient and you need to have your game like now, it's good for that.
I think basically what it does is it would probably just streamline the assets to your box faster that you need to play the beginning of the game.
That's what PlayStation already does.
PlayStation already does that, yeah.
Yeah.
But even then, you usually have to wait till half of the game's installed
Not
on
always.
PlayStation.
Depends on the game.
Usually. Next game.
Yeah, they added some more games to Game Pass. The Division is on Game Pass. Elder Scrolls Online Tamriel
Mm-hmm.
and Fallout 4 all on Game Pass now. Then they showed an indie montage.
Yeah, and there was like 15 games in this montage.
Yeah.
It was about 2 minutes long.
Yeah, Tunic looked
Whoa,
pretty
whoa.
good. Oh wait, that was not part of the montage. I'm sorry. They showed this game called Sable, I think.
Why does that sound
They showed it
familiar?
more in the PC game show. It looks really cool. It looks like the beginning of Star Wars Episode 7, where Rey's just kind of like scavenging and going around on a speeder. And
Oh yeah, it's got
Yeah.
pixel art graphics.
Yeah.
I remember.
looks like that's the game. It looks really good. Next, they showed Shadow of the Tomb Raider.
Which I love me some
Yeah.
Tomb Raider games.
Looks cool.
Those are good.
I'm really excited for that. Comes out September 14th.
We
They
got. We'll save talking about that for the Square IDOS
Yeah, Square.
because that's the only thing they showed that's worth talking about.
No, it's not. They showed. They showed a Session. Everybody was hoping it would be Skate 4, but it's not Skate 4. It's a new game called Session.
Different dev team even and everything, isn't it? Yeah.
Yep. Then there was a new massive multiplayer online game called Black Desert.
Oh, that's been out on PC for a couple years.
Okay.
Black Desert Online.
So
How's it performing?
It does good on PC. It's one of those. It's a massively multiplayer online RPG coming out of South Korea, I believe. But it's basically it looks a lot like a Final Fantasy game visually. But it does well on PC, and I expect they're assuming it will do well on Xbox too. I don't know, whatever.
Yeah. Then they showed Devil May Cry 5.
Some people are quite excited for this.
It looks really cool.
It looked pretty stylish and neat.
Yeah. Comes out in spring of next year.
I haven't played a Devil May Cry game in 15 years, though.
The Ninja Theory one I really liked. I played like the first.
What is Devil May Cry? Is it like an RPG? Is it a shooter?
It's a third-person action game,
Oh, like a Tomb Raider.
Bayonetta,
but
kind of like that.
more focus on fighting, like
Yeah.
Ninja Gaiden.
It's Capcom, so
But I've always liked the idea behind the Devil May Cry games. You play a half demon,
I've always wanted to be a half demon.
goes around killing other demons.
yeah.
I'm just a whole human. Meh. Overrated.
Next game.
Next, we're getting some new Cuphead DLC. Anybody else play
What's it called?
Cuphead?
Yeah. What's the DLC called?
You said it already.
I know. I want to hear it again.
Delicious lunch cakes.
The delicious last course.
Oh.
'cause it's DLC. Duh.
Oh, I didn't get that.
Oh, you didn't?
Yeah.
Oh, well. We've all grown. This is great.
Okay, next they show Tunic. It looks like a Zelda-like.
Isn't that like
Yeah, I think
what
I remember.
Oceanhorn was supposed to be?
Yeah.
Is that
Yeah.
game good?
Ocean
you guys
Horns
played
is Zelda-like
Oceanhorn?
as well. I have not.
I haven't played
I've
it.
downloaded it on my PlayStation, my Xbox, my iPhone. I haven't played it once.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, Tunic looks pretty cool. It's an indie game. It looks kind of like Hob to me. If anybody played Hob,
Mm-mm.
Hob's really
Hobbit?
good. I think you guys should check out Hob.
All right.
Next, they showed Jump Force, which is like it's a fighting game. It mashes
Oh,
together
Dragon
Dragon
Ball.
Ball, Naruto.
Yeah, what the heck was that?
One
Like,
Piece.
But they have said that it won't. They don't guarantee everything you saw will be playable. Like every anime character isn't going to be playable. Some of them will just be like bosses you fight, or they'll just come in on the side and mess things up. Because at the end they showed the Death Note character,
Oh.
and everyone was like, "Whoa, whoa!"
Yeah.
I watched that movie, Death Note. It's not that bad. It's not that
They
good.
made a movie out of it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
on
an anime
Netflix.
series too. All right.
Next, they showed Dying Light 2.
Oh man,
This
Dying
looks-
Light 1 is way fun.
Is it?
Way
I
fun.
haven't played that.
You should definitely give
I
that
think
one a
that's
shot.
on Game Pass.
Yeah. So I'm very excited for Dying
Is there
Light
a flashlight in that game? Because the light's going out.
too.
It's dying?
Yeah, you do get a flashlight if I remember correctly.
It's like parkour and zombies.
What?
that's the game. Like
Oh, Dying Light.
Dying
Yeah.
Light. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
there's a lot of parkour movement, and you can get some guns, or you can craft really cool melee weapons like electric katanas, and
Cool.
it's good.
What?
I liked
the
it.
Dying
fun.
Light game.
Yeah, yeah,
Cool.
Yeah, Dying Light 2, the demo they showed looked really good.
it's gorgeous.
Yeah. Next was Battletoads.
Yeah, who saw that coming?
Not this guy.
No, it's even the same style as it was before. Side scroller beat 'em up.
Oh, is it?
It's a 2.5D side scroller
They
beat
didn't
'em
actually
up.
show anything. They just
No.
kind of described what it might be.
Yeah.
Next, they showed Just Cause 4. This was the other Square game that I'm really excited for.
Oh, I forgot that's Square. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I just think of it as Avalanche Studios because that's who actually makes it.
Right.
I've just seen people make memes out of the Just Cause character, attaching like the rocket boosters to things.
The
Yeah.
cows and stuff.
Yep.
Heck yeah.
Next was Gears. They showed Gears Pop. I don't know what that is.
Meh.
Yeah. Gears Tactics.
Meh. That's a mobile game, isn't it?
Gears Tactics?
Was it not mobile?
Gears Pop is mobile. Gears
Oh,
Tactics
Gears-
is not.
Okay, yeah. I got them confused.
I'm not sure if Gears Tactics is going to be on Xbox. It's definitely going to be on PC. They didn't actually say Xbox.
Really?
So, yeah.
Huh.
But it looks like an XCOM
Yeah. It's a, what is it, turn-based strategy
turn-based
game.
strategy. Yep.
But then they showed Gears 5.
Gears 5.
And that looks awesome. You play as a girl this time.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of people, a lot
female.
of neckbeards that are angry about that.
No, not in my games.
But I think it looks awesome.
Hey,
It
you,
looks-
you shaved your neck beard.
Yeah. so
You're not-
I'm
you're not
a
one of those anymore.
I'm not a neckbeard
No
anymore.
longer a neckbeard.
I like your beard right now, though. It's
Thanks.
nice.
Thanks. Keeping it
Yeah.
tight.
Yeah.
So yeah, Gears 5 looks really neat.
Looks really good. Gears 4 was fun.
I liked Gears 4 quite a
I
bit.
thought it was really good.
Yeah.
Really good game.
So I'm excited for that one.
Yeah. Hopefully Gears 5 is better, though. Gears 4 didn't really make an impact.
Yeah, I'll agree. It was a lot of fun when you played it, but after you're done, you didn't really
I don't
think about
remember
it.
the story at
Yeah.
all, actually.
Yeah.
When they were showing Gears 5, I was like, wait, what happened in Gears 4?
It's about his son, isn't it? The guy's son and
Yeah.
I saw an article
locusts
that
are still around.
it showed
somehow.
it showed a comparison of the characters from Gears 4 to Gears 5, and it showed Marcus Phoenix's son. What was his name? Jason or something like that, some bro name, and it showed him in Gears 4, and then it showed him in Gears 5, and he's like the guy from Gears 4, only schlubbier, because he looks a little chubbier and he's got a beard.
Yeah.
It's funny. So Gears 5 looks pretty neat.
Gears 5 looks pretty good. Pretty good.
Pretty good.
Pretty
Cool and
good.
Next, Phil Spencer came out and talked about game streaming is going to be coming to phones, I guess.
Yeah, they're
sometime in the future.
they're leveraging their game streaming ability through the Azure, Microsoft Azure, to bring game streaming to pretty much any platform you can think of. Mobile phones, tablets, PC, Xbox, everything. So they didn't really give any details about it, though, other than it's something they're working on.
Yeah. And next, he talked about they are working on a new console.
Surprise!
Yeah.
We already knew that.
What do you want out of this next console other than better graphics and better performance?
Better graphics and better performance.
Is that it?
A better CPU so it can have better graphics and better performance.
That's what new consoles are all about.
Yeah.
That's why graphics keep getting better and
You
games
look-
are becoming more complicated.
You
and
look
funner.
at everyone. You look at everyone besides Nintendo. Whenever they try to introduce something that isn't a more powerful system, it fails. PlayStation Move failed. Kinect failed. PlayStation VR is grasping at its.
What about the
A dying
Nintendo
thread.
Switch?
I said minus the Nintendo.
Oh.
Sony and Microsoft. Every time they introduce something that's supposed to be new, game-changing, revolutionary, so far it just fails every time.
Holy crap. Okay. Side note, I'm downloading StarCraft 2 right now on Jarron's internet. Holy moly. It's so fast.
Yeah, it is. I thought you'd like it.
I've
did
never
it just
seen
for
the
you,
bar
man.
fill up this fast when I'm. Whoo.
Yeah.
This is nice.
What did they show next?
They showed the last game
Oh man,
on Xbox.
this got me so excited because I'm a huge CD Projekt Red fan.
Do you need a pillow, Tony?
No, I'm okay. I just won't stand up.
Go ahead and gush for a minute.
Cyberpunk 2077. Oh,
It's going to be a flop.
No way! It looks so good. I'm gonna kill you, James.
I still can't get over these speeds.
The graphics on it look ridiculous, and I've watched several videos talking about. They've gone through and analyzed the graphics that they showed right there, and also analyzing the graphics that they saw while they had behind closed door demos, and they said that it really does look that good while you play.
It looks next gen.
It looks next gen, and it would not surprise me at all. They have confirmed that it is coming out for this gen, but I'll bet you money as well that it's cross gen. It'll be for this system and the next one.
Okay.
So, oh man, but it's set in a.
So that means like fall 2020 is when it's coming out.
I'm betting fall 2020 or spring 2020.
Such a long build up with this game.
Yeah,
Holy cow.
they've been working on it already for over 4 years. They started it before they were finished with Witcher 3 even. And so it takes place in the Cyberpunk 2077 universe. So it used to be called Cyberpunk 2020,
2022
2022, something like that, which is an old tabletop RPG, like Dungeons and Dragons, but sci-fi. And so they pushed it, they got the okay to use those assets and called it 2077. And it just looks phenomenal.
Yeah, 2020 is what it was.
2020, okay. I love sci-fi. I love cyberpunk. Seeing that video actually made me go to Audible and purchase and download Neuromancer by William Gibson. You ever read that?
No.
So it's homework is what it is, because
More or less than Dune.
less than Dune.
Okay.
I'm about 5 chapters into that, because that is basically the origins of the cyberpunk genre is Neuromancer, and it's just so cool seeing the things that they talked about in this book. And anyway, that's beside the point. It's a really neat book, but it's hard to read, very dense. But Cyberpunk 2077 takes all of that kind of stuff and just pushes it to 11. Flying car. Oh, it didn't say flying cars, but you can drive a car. It's first person view this time, so that's different from Witcher.
Yeah.
But supposedly the shooting mechanics look nice and smooth.
Yeah.
The graphics look ridiculous.
Jason Schreier from Kotaku said Cyberpunk 2077 is a lot like Deus Ex with what looks like less stealth but better shooting. There's lots of violence. There are branching quests with multiple choices like The Witcher 3.
So cool.
And there's a driving system that seems a lot like Grand Theft Auto.
I'll be right back, guys.
Oh, there he goes. Look at that. He's really leaving. Oh, here he comes. He's coming back. Oh, here he is.
Hey, I'm back. So I can't wait for Cyberpunk 2077. What else was there that stuck out about it?
It had a really pretty car with really cool car lights.
Yeah, the tail lights looked awesome. I don't know. I'm just excited for everything. Everything I read about that or see about it just makes me more excited for it. So,
do you want this or a new Witcher game more?
Well, they've already said they're not doing
If
any
you
more
had to
Witcher
choose
games.
between the two.
I'd actually take this. I've had 3 awesome Witcher games.
You want something different?
I'm up for something different, yeah. Okay, so that was the end of the Xbox.
Yeesh.
They showed off a lot. That
was the biggest one by
by far the most dense
I
presentation.
feel like I burned like 7 calories right there.
They're like, hey, remember us? We can make games ourselves too.
Well, we can
in
hire people
2
that can.
to 3 years.
Yeah, that's exactly what they were saying. They're like, we got all these devs now. 2 to 3 years down the road, you're going to get some awesome games.
Hold on to your machines.
You're going to get a new system. You can,
The
all this
trade
stuff.
in a GameStop for a PlayStation is okay.
So
Meanwhile,
anyway,
we hope you like Crackdown and Gears games.
I will say this about Crackdown. First of all, I read an article that said they've jettisoned every development team working on it but one now.
Yeah.
So only Sumo Digital.
Digital.
They're the only ones working on it anymore. There used to be 4 teams on it, but I do like how they doubled down or maybe even tripled down on the Terry Crews aspect of it. Because last E3 he was just a little teaser.
Yeah.
This E3
now it seems like he's the main character.
he's the main character. So I'm down with that. I love Terry Crews. All right. So next we had the Bethesda.
Yeah. First game they showed was Rage 2.
Oh man, that game looks good.
It looks really good.
It looks so cool. It's open world, first person, but it's made by Avalanche.
Avalanche
Studios.
in collaboration with id.
Right, in collaboration.
What else has Avalanche done?
The
Just
Just Cause
Cause.
games.
They did the Mad Max game as well.
Yeah, so
I didn't play that.
So they have a really good pedigree for open world games, but they've never done a first person shooter, which is
Yeah.
where id comes in.
Yeah, and apparently the shooting is pretty similar to Doom,
It
which
sounds
was like
great.
music to my ears.
Oh yeah. The one thing that did surprise me about this game, though, is it uses Avalanche's engine and not the idTech engine. That surprised me.
Yeah, Avalanche made a new engine just for Just Cause 4 and for Rage 2. They call it the Open World Apex engine.
Yeah. Which is good, because after Just Cause 3...
Yeah, Cause 3, it could not handle that
Yeah,
game.
it was way too CPU intensive for consoles right now. So the fact that they went back to the drawing board and stripped it down and rebuilt it, great move by them. So I'm excited for that.
I'm stoked for Rage 2.
The style looks awesome. The gameplay looks awesome.
Yeah, there's like car combat.
Yeah, you get cars with guns on them.
It just looks wild.
And it looks like it'll scratch my Borderlands itch until Borderlands 3 comes out.
That's what I was going to ask, is where is Gearbox in all of this?
Not doing anything. Jerks. All right. Next they talked about...
Elder Scrolls Legends did some stuff. Elder Scrolls Online Somerset.
Expansion to Elder Scrolls Online.
Yeah, then they showed Doom Eternal. Just a teaser for that.
Oh, man. They don't have a release date on it, but it looks good. Supposedly the Doom demons come to the Earth, right?
Hell on
That's
Earth.
Yeah, Hell on Earth.
The game gets better, right?
Oh, man. I can't believe you're not enjoying it.
Yeah.
I know.
Maybe you're playing it wrong.
Probably.
You have to be really aggressive in that game.
Yeah.
It's definitely not a cover-based shooter. You run in just
guns a-blazing?
Guns a-blazing the entire time.
Yeah.
You actually last longer if you kill things more, so you get health out of them when they die.
Oh, okay.
If you try to shoot things from behind cover, you'll just die. You'll run out of health.
Dang it.
Yeah. So that looks awesome. Doom Eternal.
Yeah, can't wait for that. I'm so ready for more Doom.
Doom.
Some more Quake Champions stuff. And they showed Prey DLC called Moon Crash.
I really liked Prey. Prey's a great game. Moon Crash, I don't know if that's up my alley.
Yeah, it looks like a roguelike type mode.
It seems a little repetitive.
For the 10 people that watched me play Prey, that demo, and they got a kick out of it because I get scared so easily with stuff, that game is traumatizing, man.
Yeah, it's
I've
really...
never met a game that
you
makes
did
me
that
afraid
with
of a
Valve?
cup.
Oh, he did that like 2 years ago, man.
Yeah. That was awful.
It's a great game, though. I played that one all the way through. Really enjoyed it. What else?
Wolfenstein 2 on Switch, June 29th.
Oh, yeah.
Then they showed Wolfenstein Youngblood.
Now, that's Wolfenstein 3. But you're not playing as...
I think it's actually more of an add-on. It's kind of like...
Is it? It's not DLC.
It's not DLC. It's its own game. I
It's
think
its
it's
own
more
game.
like Dishonored Death of the Outsider was
you
to
think so?
Dishonored 2. Yeah. It's kind of a smaller...
That would make sense because you don't play as BJ Blazkowicz.
Right.
You play as his daughters.
Right.
Because in
the
Wolfenstein
80s.
2, his wife was pregnant and she had twins. So, well,
Spoiler alert.
I'm down with more Wolfenstein. I really liked those games.
Yeah. The concept sounds really interesting. Next, they showed Prey's getting a VR mode, and Wolfenstein's getting a VR mode called Cyberpilot.
Scare
Prey.
James even more.
That's a big pile of pass.
Then Fallout 76.
Oh, man.
Can we discuss? I've tried looking up what that game is. What is that game?
It's an online Fallout game.
But yeah, does it play the same as Fallout 4? Is it a world builder game? Like, is it a sim game? Do I run?
I want to say yes to all those.
It's all those except you're online.
It sounds like State of Decay 2, but set in the Fallout universe.
But you're Fallout. Yeah.
Well, hopefully it's not as micromanaging.
Yeah, it's not like micromanaging like State of Decay is.
Well, I don't care if it's micromanaging if you give me an opportunity to turn on like autopilot. Kind of like Stardew Valley. Like in the beginning, it's like, okay, I got to micromanage all these small things.
That's why I stopped playing that game too.
But then, like after a while, you get sprinklers. After a while, you get sprinklers. Yeah, it's autopilot.
Yeah, I don't know.
All right.
But so Fallout 76 looks like it plays a lot like Fallout 4, but it's 4 times the size.
4 times the size.
Fallout
They're
4.
using a new engine, so it's
And it's got 16 times the detail.
16 times the detail.
Which that's good because
So instead of
the
one
textures in
scratch-
Fallout 4 are kind of poopy.
There's 17.
Here's the other thing that's really neat, though. They're taking a different approach than a lot of online multiplayer games in that all of your stuff stays with you, and you can move from server to server just by getting out and getting back in. So if you're on a server with a bunch of griefers, and you're like, these guys suck, I don't like playing with them, just log out, log back in, you'll be on a different
It's
server.
weird to me that they don't offer that, like even in World of Warcraft.
I know. You have to choose a server on that one, and it's a little more complicated.
Well, it's just like sometimes you want to be PvE, sometimes you want to be PvP.
Yeah.
I don't understand. Like, is it that hard for the developer to do it like that?
It's just a style they choose,
Yeah, but you should be able to switch.
You can in World of Warcraft. You can do PvP or PvE.
Yeah, but don't you have to pay money if you want it to move from server to server? I thought that was part of the thing.
I think you do.
Checkmate.
If you do it more than once a year, I think. I don't know. I can't remember. I'm not a big WoW guy.
Wow.
But what was the other thing? Oh, yeah, and it's really easy, supposedly, for your friends to find you in Fallout. You just basically...
Oh, what?
You just,
Unlike Stardew Sky...
No Man's Sky?
No Man's Sky.
Stardew Sky.
Yeah, basically, you don't have to find the server they're on and everything like that. You just say, type in the friend you want to play with, and it automatically finds them and puts you on their server that they're on.
And your progression goes with you.
Yeah.
When you're playing with them.
And if you die, you don't lose all your stuff either.
Right.
So that's good.
They call it softcore survival.
Yeah, softcore survival.
I don't know. I find something interesting about like when you die, you lose your stuff.
Well,
that's kind of cool.
That's just a different kind of game. Some people don't like that. Some people do. So it's a personal choice.
Although that being said, I have been playing a lot of Fortnite, and then 2 days ago I went back to Battlefield 1 because it is nice getting that like instant like respawn and then being able to hop back into a game.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, so that's Fallout 76 comes out November 14th this year.
Yep. And then they showed off a bunch of games that they have no idea when they're coming out.
Yeah, it was kind of cool for them to show, like, this is what we're working on.
I think they just did it so people would stop bugging them.
Yeah. So they showed Starfield.
Well, they talked about it. They didn't show anything.
They showed a little teaser, which was...
It was just the sun coming out from behind a planet.
Yeah.
What more do you want, Tony?
You can make that in Microsoft Paint.
Space.
If you want to see stuff like that, check out my YouTube channel at Funeral Taters.
Ah, nice plug. So basically, they didn't really say what it is or anything yet, but they're working on a game called Starfield.
Yeah, the conjecture is that that's going to be a next-gen game.
To be fair, we saw...
He said it was next gen, didn't he? He said, we're working on stuff that we're going to have for the next gen. And then he said, here's Starfield. Oh. And then he said, and also, we're working on something for when we finish that already. And then they showed...
Elder Scrolls 6.
Yep. And just a single panoramic shot that zoomed in slightly of, I believe, people online that are really familiar with the lore were saying it's Hammerfell.
Okay.
I don't know if that's true.
I haven't played any of those games.
It's from like Morrowind or before.
I have yet to beat one of those stupid games.
No, they're good games.
I get 3/4 of the way through it, and then I'm like, there's a lot of the same. Let's switch to something else for a little bit. And then I forget where I'm at, and I forget all my like little things, and it sounds more like a me problem. Sorry to take it out on you guys.
So, yeah, Elder Scrolls 6, also next gen.
Yeah.
I wonder if they're going to use which being next gen, it's going to be a new game engine. I wonder if they're using the same game engine that they're using for Fallout 76. I'm curious about that, or if they have a different engine already. Because
that's true. There is a new engine for Fallout 76. So
are they using?
Is it just for that one game, or they got to be using it for other games?
I would think so, because they use the creation engine for like their last 4 games, and I don't know what they didn't even say the name of the engine they're using for Fallout 76, did they? They just said new
I would
engine.
like it to be something better,
Yeah,
considering like
Yeah.
Fallout 4.
Well, that's the thing.
Aesthetically speaking, it wasn't that much more ahead than Fallout 3 that came out back in 2000.
Oh, it definitely looked a lot better
Well,
than
yeah,
Fallout 3.
certain things,
but still, like the ground textures and
if
the
you
and
ever
the
go
tree.
third person,
Yeah,
it's just a generic running.
Oh,
sprite.
dude, go back to Fallout 3 and compare to the third person sprinting to Fallout 4. It's way better. Even though it sucks still on Fallout 4. Don't get me wrong. But
I suppose.
yeah, basically to me, everything Bethesda showed, I was just like, shut up and take my money, because everything they did, minus the card game, looked amazing.
What's the last like stinker that Bethesda has put out?
They were the #1 rated publisher last year. They had the highest score overall with all their games on Metacritic.
Cool, but like what have they?
I don't know.
Sucked at.
The last crappy thing they've put out was...
And while you're thinking about that, I saw somebody do some artwork on. They turned Fallout, Prey, and one other Bethesda game into like a top-down, like Diablo 3 looking game, and it made me want that so much more.
So let's just go back in time with this. They're doing Fallout 76 right now, so we don't know. But Fallout 4, good game. Fallout 3, good game. Skyrim, good game. Oblivion, good game.
Quake Champions, Wolfenstein 2, Prey, Doom.
Those aren't Bethesda.
What?
Those are just published. They didn't develop those. Even then, if you look at their published stuff,
even the games they publish are very good.
they're very good.
Dishonored, Prey.
They have a crazy good track record.
Elder Scrolls Online,
Doom.
Rage
Yeah.
2, The Evil Within, Morrowind.
I was a little worried when they
Quake.
bought id a few years ago.
Brink.
Wolfenstein.
How was Brink?
That's their
Oh
stinker.
yeah, there it is.
That's it. That's their last stinker.
Brink.
I found it, Jarron!
Good job.
Like the diamond in the rough, Aladdin.
No, that's more like
Favorite movie ever, Aladdin.
that's more like a turd in the rough.
Is that really your favorite movie?
Just more rough in the
Growing
rough.
up, yeah.
Aladdin?
Uh-huh.
Really?
Oh, yeah,
Do you
Jasmine.
think they stayed together after he found out that...
Totally.
Really?
Oh, yeah, they lived happily ever after.
Well, didn't you watch the sequels?
Yeah.
Aladdin 2 and Aladdin 3?
Return of Jafar is
And-
the second, and
The Prince
something
of Thieves. Prince of Thieves.
Yeah, the Sand of Time movie.
No, it wasn't Prince of Thieves.
Wasn't it the Prince of Thieves?
Sea of Thieves.
King of Thieves?
King of Thieves.
Yeah, because it was about his dad, Aladdin's dad.
Wub wub.
I liked the third one better than the second one. The second one wasn't very good.
Yeah, I barely remember the second and third one. I only watched those once.
All right, so then we had Square
Yeah.
after that, and so let's hear what they had. Most of it does not interest me.
Well, their presentation was pretty good. They had Keith David narrating it. He's always a good voice to hear.
He was
Soothing.
the highlight of the presentation.
I think Just Cause 4 was, but first they showed Shadow of the Tomb Raider, some gameplay, some stealth.
Okay, that was the highlight of the presentation. Keith David was like the cherry on top.
Oh, Keith.
Yeah, they keep improving those Tomb Raider games. This one
Yeah.
looks
every
awesome.
every one of them looks better. It's just it's funny to me how games like that will kill henchmen willy-nilly, but then like have a moral dilemma when it comes to killing the main bad guy.
It's funny. I liked the first one better than the second one.
You did?
Yeah.
Not
for
me.
I think I liked-
whatever reason, I just did.
I liked the second one better.
The second one was way better. I just replayed the first one because I just wanted to compare it to the movie that came out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's not as good as I remembered it.
Oh, it doesn't hold up
It
as well. in
doesn't
your
hold
head,
up
huh?
as well. No.
Hmm.
No, Rise of the Tomb Raider improved it in so many ways.
Yeah, agreed. I'm very excited for the third one. Graphically, it looks ridiculous. You're going to continue more of the cool story. Apparently, she starts the apocalypse.
Yeah,
Is what it is.
It looks cool. You can be like Predator. You can like smear the mud all over you, so you can like blend in. And
Yeah, they showed that, and I was just like, "Oh, Metal Gear Solid 3."
oh, can you do
That's
that?
exactly
Oh,
what Metal Gear Solid
I haven't
3
played
is.
those.
So, but yeah, that looks really good.
Yeah.
And they showed Just Cause 4.
We're gonna skip some of the stuff they showed because some of it's boring.
Oh, you know what? Oh, no,
Dragon Quest 11.
that's Ubisoft. Never mind. Yep.
Octopath Traveler on Switch, July 13th.
Eh.
Just Cause 4. This one takes place in South America now. It's of course, a fictional place called Solis. It's
Solis.
the biggest map they've ever made. And the big thing with Just Cause 4 is it has extreme weather. So you can have like tornadoes, blizzards, lightning, sandstorms.
Now I'm curious. Did they say if you'll be able to like start those at will, or is it just something that comes up?
I wouldn't be surprised if later in the game you can
There's
make
gotta-
a tornado.
Yeah, some weather machine.
Based
or
on Just
something.
Cause 3, you had like this massive lightning gun.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
that's cool.
Yeah, so I wouldn't be surprised if you could do that. They added they overhauled the vehicles so they perform a lot better. They added more tethers. They customized the grapple. They added booster rockets and airlifters so you can
Ooh.
just cause more chaos and just have more of a sandbox. Comes out December 4th.
Of this year?
Yeah, this year's.
Oh, I thought it was a next year
Yep,
game.
this year.
That's crazy. Just Cause 3. I feel like that just barely came out. Like, how long's that one been? Like 2 years?
Came out 2014, I think.
Really?
I feel like it's still super
Maybe
relevant
15.
right
I mean,
now,
I think it
though.
was 2015.
Yeah, I feel like it just came out recently. Maybe I'm just stupid. Hey, Jarron, you got anything to say? You haven't said anything in a while.
No,
Okay,
I got nothing.
keep going.
Maybe it was 2016. Maybe it was pretty recent. I don't
I
know.
was going to say, it seems fast to have Just Cause 4, but
Okay, the final thing. Well, they showed some more Kingdom Hearts.
yeah.
The other thing they showed was The Quiet Man.
The Quiet Man.
Is that Slender Man?
Oh, that was
It's
the
like
one with
FMV.
it shows the kid delivering the bag of food or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was weird looking.
And he's like deaf, but he like beats the crap out of these guys.
yeah.
Deaf people can't
I'll
do
keep
that.
I'll keep an eye on that one. That looks interesting.
It could be interesting. They say it's just a few hours.
Oh, it's a short one?
Yeah, it's a short, like playing a movie.
I hope they charge less if it's really short, like a $30 game or a $20 game.
Yeah.
So
that's
I guess I will say Kingdom Hearts 3, if you're a Kingdom Hearts fan, looks good.
it looks pretty good.
But I haven't played any other Kingdom Hearts, so I don't care about
Or if you're a
this one.
Disney freak,
Yeah, if you're a Disney
Fanatic.
junkie, definitely. It was cool to see all the stuff they've added with Pirates,
Pixar.
Wreck-It Ralph.
Yeah.
So kind of neat, but
Pretty interesting.
I'm just not interested in that game at all. But oh well. All right, was that it? Ubisoft next.
That's it. Yeah.
Ubisoft.
There's a new Just Dance game. In case anybody was worried.
Their keynotes are always so lame.
And it's still coming out for the Wii.
Yeah, they're still making it for the Wii.
The Wii 1,
Yeah.
not the Wii U.
Right.
Wow. They started off with like a 10-minute dance number.
I thought it was pretty good.
Oh, Tyler.
I was entertained. Dance for me.
Are you not entertained?
Dance, panda, dance.
Yeah. And then they had the big guy ride in and smash his
Yeah, that
podium. That was weird.
Yeah. They showed Beyond Good and Evil 2, another trailer for that.
Okay, so that one I'm excited for because I really liked the first one. But this
Yeah, I
looks
need to play
nothing
that.
like the first one.
Yeah, this looks completely different. It's more like open galaxy
Yeah.
or solar system.
And the graphics look ridiculous, but have they showed any gameplay?
Just behind closed doors.
Oh, okay. Because all the FMV stuff they've shown looks really good.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean anything for gameplay. But the Beyond Good and Evil, the first game's really fun. Playing it now might be a little hard because it came out on the original Xbox. It's going to look a
Yeah.
little dated. But
Really? Original Xbox?
Yeah, it was out for the
Oh,
original
okay.
Xbox and the PS2.
I think they released an HD version
they did.
for
Yep.
360.
Yep.
Yeah. And it's backwards compatible.
So I would say definitely give that a shot. Really neat story.
Yeah, this one it's a prequel to Beyond Good and Evil 1.
Which is weird
Yeah.
because if you've played the first one, well, no. How does that work? Because in the first one you play as a character named Jade.
Jade, yeah.
And at the end of this preview for this prequel,
Jade seems
Jade
like
comes out and she's like a boss guy.
yeah.
And I'm like, how does that work? Because in the first one, she's just a photographer.
Really?
Yeah. Like, at least she's no one special
Yeah.
in the first one.
She looks like a tyrant.
Yeah, she looks like a crazy tyrant in this one. And it's a prequel. I don't know. I'm really curious.
But it looks really promising.
Yeah, it should be. It's been in development now for a million years.
I mean, you can like get in a spaceship and just fly to a planet, and
Yeah,
it looks like No Man's Sky, but
good.
good.
I remember that game.
Did they show anything else at Ubisoft? Oh, the Division 2.
Trials Rising was the guy who crashed through the podium.
Yeah, Trials games are.
Trials game looks like it might have multiplayer.
Yeah, they're cool for what they are.
Coming out on Switch. Division 2.
So they upped the ante in this one. Graphics look better, etc. But you can do 8-player raids now.
8-player raids.
So that's pretty cool.
Yeah. The location looks a lot better to me than New York. It takes place in Washington, D.C.
Yeah.
And it's summertime now instead of wintertime.
Yeah, so you get to see greenery and whatnot taking over the capital again. And it looks like they've optimized, from what I've read, the game engine is optimized quite a bit better. Because that was a hard game to run full tilt on a PC. It was very taxing. Uses the Snowdrop engine.
Oh.
Or Snowdrop? Snowblind?
I don't know.
I think it's Snowdrop.
Snow Crush.
No, it's not Snow Crush.
Snowden.
But I'm glad you said something, Jarron. Way to contribute.
This is my episode.
It's coming up. Oh, Jared. Hey, do you know how to do stocks?
Yes.
Will you teach me how to do that after this?
No.
Okay.
Man, shiny keys.
Do you know how to do it on Ameritrade?
Actually, I've never done it.
I feel like you do, and now you're backing out because you already said yes.
I know of them.
He doesn't want to teach you. He doesn't want to take the time or spend it with you.
That's not true. James, you're my favorite person.
I have insider tips.
Oh.
Those are illegal.
Do tell.
Oh.
Over the podcast.
I'm just kidding, government. You can't get me. You can.
All right.
So
what else? What else
Division
should-
2 comes out March 15th.
Yeah.
I will
Next they
not go
showed-
back to that game. I bought that game opening day.
You
Division
played
1?
it quite a bit.
Me?
Yeah, didn't you? Didn't
No,
you play it quite a bit?
That was Destiny.
Oh, that was Destiny. That's right.
I also dated a girl named Destiny once.
Pretty much the same thing.
Wait, are you mad at the game or the girl?
Both.
Have a blind date with Destiny.
I
And it looks like she's ordering the lobster.
had 2 one-night stands.
Expensive.
And they sucked.
Okay.
All right, what else? Is that
Skull
it?
and Bones. They show some Skull and Bones.
Oh, yeah,
their
basically,
pirate.
More realistic looking version of Sea of Thieves.
Yeah, it looks more realistic, but it plays more arcadey.
It looks more fun than Sea of Thieves to me.
Interesting.
I heard that the people that made Black Flag Assassin's Creed, they were supposed to come out with a pirates only game.
That's what I heard this is. Is it
that
not?
this?
that would make
This is it.
sense because
That's what this is.
that's Ubisoft.
Yeah.
So
Oh, and I loved Assassin's Creed Black Flag. Says James.
all right. What else? What else did they show?
Starlink. This looks pretty interesting to me.
So it's
That's
Zelda
the
in
one.
space?
I remember this one.
Starlink is the one with the toy that you clamp onto your controller.
Oh yeah, that they if you have it on Switch, you
Yeah.
can play Star Fox.
That was pretty.
that was out of the blue, right?
Yeah,
there. They even had Shigeru Miyamoto
that was
there.
pretty
to,
exciting.
to
They should just
Shakira.
just hire this company to make the Star Fox game.
if
Like,
it's
have this be Star Fox.
Yeah.
you know. But the gameplay looks kind of like No Man's Sky. You can like fly to a planet. It's a little more simplified than that, but
can you get out of your
you
ship?
do-
too?
no,
Oh,
you can't get out of your ship.
Oh.
But yeah, it looks really arcadey, and it's all about the ship combat.
Yeah.
You can replace parts on your ship with the toy.
Oh,
And
that's
that, like,
right.
that changes out the guns and the wings and stuff.
Oh, that sounds kind of cool.
They're going for that Skylander money,
Yeah.
Oh.
or I would say Disney. What was that game they had for a little while that they shuttered?
Skylanders.
No,
No.
Disney Infinity.
Infinity. Yeah, they're going for that
Didn't you
Infinity
do Disney
money.
Infinity?
No.
Okay.
Finally, they showed Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
Yeah, Assassin's Creed in ancient Rome.
We're still relevant.
or is it ancient Greece?
Greece.
It's Greece.
Yeah.
They have Spartans.
Which is interesting because not that it's ancient Greece, but that they're having another one this year because they said before Origin came out, they're like, we're not doing yearly Assassin's Creeds anymore. And yet, less
they
than
are.
a year later,
Whoops,
here's
we
another
lied.
Assassin's
We
Creed.
put Assassin's Creed in Italy, right?
I think you got it. Yeah.
Greece. It's Greece. Greece is not Italy.
Where we eat the
Oh.
Know
gyros.
your geography.
You didn't get it. I lied.
Okay.
So
This one looks really good.
this one actually looks kind of you're a girl. He plays a girl this time.
Yeah, you can have a choice.
Oh, you can choose.
Yeah, you can choose.
But you get a magic blade.
Boo, neckbeards.
Well, you can have a choice, so they won't get mad at this
Yeah.
one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You got
can
the
still be a
beards.
dude.
And of course there was girls in ancient Greece, right? I'm assuming.
I think there were.
Maybe
I
not.
We
don't
better
know.
check Wikipedia.
Yeah. This one looks. Did Horizon Zero Dawn have dialogue options? I don't remember.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
okay.
it does.
So this is more like that. This is the first Assassin's Creed game where you can choose dialogue.
Oh, that's interesting.
Well, and the thing that when someone called him out on, you said you weren't doing it every year. This is actually from a different team than did Origins. So that's where they're having 2 in 2 years. But so it's going to have a different feel probably than most of the other Assassin's Creed games.
Yeah, this one takes place before Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Origins.
That doesn't make any sense. How can you have the origin of something and then have something that takes place before the origin of that thing?
no, it's the Odyssey to the origin.
I don't know.
I don't think I like that.
Odyssey, Origin. I get confused.
Yeah, wait. I thought they were doing it like in sequence, and then they were going to catch up to where we are in real life.
I think they abandoned that with Origins. Didn't they reset the whole thing with Origin?
What? You can't just
The
hit the
Origin is supposed to be the very first assassin
Uh-huh.
Oh, then why is there Odyssey if it takes place before Origin?
That's what I was saying.
because you don't have the blade that goes into your wrist hidden thing that pops
Oh.
out. You don't have that, so it's not.
So you're not an assassin?
You're not an assassin.
Well, they should call it not Assassin's Creed then.
They should just call it Assassin's Odyssey.
Or just Odyssey Creed.
Odyssey Creed.
Can you take me higher?
Oh, jeez. What's the next game, quick?
Assassin's Creed Odyssey comes out October 5th. That was the last one that Ubisoft showed.
All right.
So
Are we on to Sony
we're on-
finally?
We're on
Yeah.
Sony.
Yes!
And their
I
keynote,
got thoughts on this. Okay, here
Their-
we go.
their keynote was one of the worst.
No, it wasn't.
It was pretty bad.
It was bad.
Well, it
No,
wasn't
was
that
it?
bad. It was just wasn't as good as
They showed some awesome looking games.
They showed some good games, but all that crap in between when they
Yeah,
had
the way it was structured.
it was structured terrible.
Okay, so this is why you don't watch E3. You just watch the highlights, and then you're impressed.
That's what we're here for.
Me
So they started off with Last of Us 2. Oh, baby, that game looks good.
That game looks awesome. My only complaint is
That two girls kissed.
no.
Shame on you.
My only complaint is I wish they will have an option to turn off the gore because that looked like way too much.
That was the most brutally violent
was
game I've ever seen.
I
super
can't.
brutal.
I won't play it because I can't handle that much gore.
The scene when the guy takes the knife and stabs the other dude in the gut.
That's forever etched in my memory, and
his-
I
and
want to
his
throw up
insides-
after seeing that.
His insides become outsides.
Disemboweled.
Insides came outsides.
Yeah, it is a super intense looking game. It looks like you play as Ellie most of the time on this one.
They said you only play as Ellie.
Oh, you only play as
So whether
Ellie.
that's gonna stick, we'll have to see.
Well, I hope you get to at least see Joel. He was awesome.
Yeah, maybe a picture.
Something.
Like in the cutscene in the beginning. Like, remember that Joel guy? Yeah. Let's get this game started. All right.
Just have an option to turn off the gore, please, Naughty Dog.
There's no way.
I doubt
Dude,
they're
it's in
going to
the name.
do that.
The
Yeah. Name is
animations look insane in that.
The way
It looks so realistic.
Yeah, the way that the animations flow into each other from one movement to the other is the most realistic looking animations I've ever seen on a video game.
Yeah, there was some stuff that they showed that you can't do in any other game I've seen. Like when she slides between like two bookshelves, like this little crack.
Yeah.
She's also when she climbs underneath the truck
Yeah.
to hide. Like,
And
sounds
shoots
like-
that person in the face.
Yeah.
Oh man, the animation just from getting shot in the face was amazing because the person
Yeah,
bends
it is.
down and she sees him, and you see on her face like that look of surprise.
Yeah.
And then boom, head snaps back, person just slumps forward, and physics react realistically. It's crazy,
Yeah.
just insane. I'm very excited for that game. Not for the gore and everything like it sounds like I am, but for the story.
I'll have to have you play it and let me know how bad the gore is.
All right.
Judging off that intestine scene. Because if it's like that all the time, I'm like, no, there's no way.
There's no way they're going to do that all the time.
Ugh.
I think that's maybe a 2 or 3 times per campaign.
Ugh.
Just because they wanted the shock value for sure. They had a little bit of an HBO moment there, I think.
I think the neck stabs were almost just as bad.
Oh man,
Yeah, that's true also.
right in the jugular. It was crazy.
But on the bright side, the using the bow looks a lot better.
yeah,
What?
more fluid.
Yeah.
I didn't mind the bow last time.
No, it was good, but
No,
it could be more
I
fluid.
disagree. I hated the bow.
Really?
Ty didn't like that game.
Terrible.
Wait, did you play it on PS3 or PS4?
PS4.
Okay. I was say it's much better on PS4 because the controller, in general, is just way better for shooting because there's less dead zone on the sticks and things like
Yeah.
that. But I'm very excited for that game. And
It
then
comes out
They
next
didn't-
year, right?
They didn't announce a release
no,
date.
they didn't say.
Well, it's got to come
It's
out
got to
next
be
year.
next year, though.
I'll bet
Yeah.
you money that it's I'll bet it's the end of 2019 and PlayStation 5 is 2020, and they'll do the same thing they did with the other Last of Us. They'll have a remaster come out with the new system. I'll bet you money. they do
Yeah,
it
you're
that way.
probably right on that. I wonder what they'll do after Last of Us 2. Because
They don't have anything else they've announced in the pipeline.
yeah, because they're done with Uncharted.
Yep.
You're just talking just Naughty Dog, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, Naughty Dog.
Yeah, and
Wait, they're done with Uncharted?
they are.
Well, they're done with Nathan Drake Uncharted.
Yeah, they
I'll-
might do another Chloe.
I'd be down with that.
Well, I was gonna say,
I don't think they will do another Uncharted though.
I think you're going to get Uncharted with his brother in Sullivan.
Oh, Sam.
Oh, I'd love Sam.
I want to hear more about Sam.
They basically
Lord of the Rings reference.
They basically set it up like that. He turns to Sully at the end. He's like, "Hey," Sullivan's like, "I got some other jobs if you want work." Okay,
I bet they'll do Chloe.
maybe.
I bet. I'd be down with that. It'll be interesting to see what they do.
Indeed, but they haven't announced anything else. So it's Last of Us 2, and then, well, all their top people have left. So they're just finishing up what they. What
No,
they
Neil
had done.
Druckmann's still there. He's an important guy.
He's the only one though.
He's a VP now.
Yeah.
He doesn't worry about game development. He worries about the people that do the game development.
Yeah.
But after that, they announced Ghost of Tsushima.
Yeah, the samurai one.
Well, they announced Days Gone is going to be released February 22nd. Before
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, the Ghost of Tsushima. I mean,
Oh man, that just looks like
The Ghost of
playing a video.
Sushi.
Tsushima.
That game looks so amazing. I wasn't excited about it until I actually saw like some gameplay in the trailer. The graphics are just insane. It's made by Sucker Punch, right? The guys
Yeah.
that did
Infamous.
Infamous.
and Sly Cooper.
Yeah, Infamous.
Right. Yep.
Infamous those were some good games. They were fun.
Yeah, which is they've never really been known for their graphical fidelity, which is why this surprised me so much for how good it looks.
I've never seen leaves on the ground look so good before in a game.
I have, but it was with proprietary NVIDIA technology on games that used their special, PhysX stuff. You had to put a lot of horsepower behind it to make it look that good. So if they're doing this on a regular PS4, that's very impressive.
It says it's a PlayStation 4 exclusive, so
Yeah.
unless they mislabeled that maybe it'll be cross-gen. Who knows?
It could be cross-gen.
It could be.
We'll see.
But it looks like an open-world samurai game, and
Yeah.
I'm all for that.
When does Tom Cruise show up?
All the time.
No, don't get him started.
In my dreams.
Oh,
Am I
jeez.
right?
Yeah, you're right. Days Gone, real quick. I don't know. That game looks.
They didn't show it at all.
No, I don't think they have a lot of faith in it right now.
Yeah.
And things I've read about it say that it's kind of clunky still.
What's that game about?
It's
It's the zombie
survival.
horde
Yeah.
Nah.
survival. You're like a biker dude.
Yeah, you play a biker dude that kind of goes from settlement to settlement for whatever reason and does things. I don't know. I think it should, it looks good, the concept, but I haven't read anyone that's previewed it that's been like, yeah, Days Gone is so cool so far.
I'm over zombie games that aren't Last of Us.
I want to play Dead Island, but it's a commitment.
Oh, I'm telling you guys, if you haven't played Dying Light, you need to play Dying Light. That's probably the best zombie game to come out in the last few years.
Yeah,
Yep.
I haven't played it. Is it good?
It's way good.
Is it on Game Pass?
Yes.
Yeah, I think it is.
Let me
really?
Let me verify that.
Is it good?
Oh, then I'll play it tonight.
It's way good.
Like, how good, though? Have you played Fortnite yet?
Yeah, a little bit.
Oh, okay.
I would give Dying Light a solid 8.5 out of 10, if not maybe a little more.
What's a game you would compare it to?
I'm not seeing it on Game Pass, actually.
is it not on
You
Game Pass?
lied to me?
Bummer.
Maybe it used to be.
Specifically when I
think
asked
maybe
you
they pulled
not
it.
to?
Not on there.
I would say that if you could, you ever play Mirror's Edge?
That's the parkour running game.
Yeah.
No, but I know
Okay.
what you're talking about.
Well, Dying Light is kind of like Mirror's Edge and Dead Rising had a baby. So you get the zombie killing and
But you also have that breathing down your neck feeling.
yeah, and the crafting. You get to craft cool weapons and everything.
Oh, cool.
And it has some good RPG mechanics, but at the same time, there's a lot of really fun parkour stuff that you do along the way.
Is it hardcore parkour?
It's hardcore parkour. I really like it. Dying Light's good stuff.
It was Dead Light that's on there.
Oh.
Not the same thing.
Not even close. That's a 2D side scroller. I remember. Or maybe it's a top-down twin-stick shooter. Anyway, let's see. What else did? Let's see. Oh,
Spider-Man.
yeah, you can't forget about Spider-Man. And everything I've read that previews that game, people loved it. The web swinging mechanics, the fighting. They said it captures Spider-Man better than any other game that's ever been out.
It looks awesome.
It looks
I'm so excited for this game.
it looks like the Arkham Asylum of Spider-Man.
Isn't this Sucker Punch too?
No.
Who makes this one?
Um,
It's the Infamous people. I
No,
thought.
no,
Oh, it's not.
You've confused them before.
Oh, have I?
Yeah, it's the guys that made Ratchet and Clank.
Sucker
Right.
Punch.
No,
Oh.
that's not Sucker Punch.
Is it Sucker Punch?
what are they called?
Oh, you always confuse me when you say it's Sucker Punch, but I know it's not Sucker Punch.
Yeah, the Ratchet and Clank guys. I can't remember.
Insomniac.
There we go.
Insomniac. Yeah, didn't they make the Infamous games?
No, they did not. They made Sunset Overdrive. Sunset Overdrive, Ratchet and Clank.
Yeah.
So they have a good pedigree,
Sunset
and I'm super
Overdrive.
excited. I already have
Oh,
money
yeah.
set aside for this in my PlayStation wallet.
Nice.
That was an interesting grindy game.
the only thing I'm worried about, and it's not a big worry, is the story. I hope the story's good.
It's Spider-Man. It's got to be good.
That's not how that works at all.
Oh, it
It'll
does.
be, it'll be good.
I hope it's good because it looks like they've already nailed the gameplay aspect and graphically, so
Web slinging looks very
it
fluid.
does.
And I heard they're integrating it with the Into the Spider-Verse movie is coming out December.
Really, with the Miles Morales Spider-Man movie?
I swear I heard that somewhere.
Dude,
That would be crazy.
I dig so much the animation and the everything behind it, but every time I hear the guy who does the voice for Spider-Man, I just think of Nick from New Girl.
Which
Nick Miller?
Yeah.
of the Spider-Man game coming out for PlayStation?
No. Is it Into the Spider-Verse? That is it the movie that's coming out?
Oh,
with
the guy that voices
The animated
Peter,
movie?
Yeah, the one that does the voice for Peter Parker is
I
Nick.
think
from
it
New
is.
Girl.
Is
Yeah, it
it
is.
him?
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I was gonna say,
I
I think it
confirmed
is.
But all I can hear is just him from New Girl.
I didn't
'Cause
realize
it's
that.
straight across the exact
That's
same
hilarious.
character.
That's way funny.
Because this is like
that
an older.
fits though. That's Peter Parker. Like he's goofy.
Yeah, it is.
you know?
Jake Johnson.
Yeah, but in this universe, is he like older and he's just kind of like over it a little bit?
He's kind of a mentor type in this movie. It looks like that's what he was for Miles Morales in the Ultimate Spider-Man comics.
See, and I'm not super familiar with that. Is he? But he's still like active.
If I remember correctly, I think he died for a while though, and that's when Miles Morales took over.
Oh, he died, but didn't Doctor
He died
Octopus
for a
take
while.
over his body?
No, that was a different line of Spider-Man comics. That wasn't Ultimate
It was
Spider-Man.
stupendous. It was started with an S.
It was
Super
spectacular.
duper.
Spectacular.
Yeah, Spectacular Spider-Man.
Spectacular Spider-Man.
Anyway, did Sony show off anything else?
They
I can't
showed the new
remember.
Remedy game called Control.
Oh yeah, it looks.
That
like,
looked interesting. Wasn't
yeah.
that the Quantum Break people?
Yeah, the Quantum. This is their first non-Xbox exclusive game. I think since Max Payne.
Oh.
Everything they've made after Max Payne has been Xbox exclusive, if I remember correctly.
Alan Wake and
Quantum
Break.
Quantum Break, yep. So that looks really neat. That was the same company that showed off some of the ray tracing aspects of NVIDIA's new ray tracing stuff. They use their Northlight engine, I believe is what it is. But yeah, that game looks pretty neat. You get some bullet time action going, and
Is this one a PlayStation exclusive?
no,
No.
it's cross-platform. But which was also weird because they only showed it off at the PlayStation.
Yeah.
They didn't show it off at Xbox at all.
Isn't that the only third-party game Sony showed too?
I don't know about that.
Resident Evil 2 remake.
Oh,
Yeah,
right,
that's-
Resident Evil.
And oh man, I'm excited for that. I loved the original Resident Evil. That was a way fun. I'm sure it doesn't hold up as good as it does in my memories, but hopefully they make up for that with this remake.
I guarantee when you start playing it, you think, yeah, these graphics were that good 20 years ago.
This reminds
that
me
fits
of,
exactly what's in my brain.
yeah, this reminds me of something I saw. Every once in a while, you'll see stuff pop up on YouTube or whatever, at least I will in my feed, where people take old games and remake them with the Unreal 4 engine, like just pieces of the game. Someone did that for Ocarina of Time.
Oh yeah.
Did you watch that video?
Yeah.
So
No,
that
wait,
they
no.
they had a new one from the same people came out last week, and
Yeah.
it was I watched it and they nailed the artistic
Yeah.
aspect of it and the camera movement and everything so well that honestly in my head, like watching it, I was like, this is what it looked like to me when
Yeah.
it first came out on N64. But you go back and
I
look
think-
at those graphics now and they're
yeah.
garbage.
I think originally, didn't they come out? It was a video that they put out with that game rendered engine. They did the mask guy from Majora's Mask with all
Yeah.
the stuff on his backpack,
Skull
and then they
Kid?
actually like no.
Oh no,
This
the
is the
guy that
mask
had
vendor.
the mask vendor, yeah. Yeah,
And
this
then-
one they
and
showed
then they
him
put it in an actual game.
Yeah, they showed Link fighting some creatures from the first forest temple. I can't remember what they were.
But what's crazy is, I mean, you nailed it. Like that's exactly how I remember the game.
Yeah, in my head, I was like, it looked this good when I was playing it when I was
Yeah.
14 or whatever.
I mean, remember how big? I mean, you wander out of Kakariko Village, and you get into Hyrule, and
It looked so big.
it's so big.
Now it's like tiny compared to
yeah.
everything.
Well, and you didn't think about it, but the walls surrounding it were shaped like forests.
Yep.
But you know, you didn't have anything to compare it to.
Nostalgia. All right, that was it for Sony, wasn't it?
Well, Death Stranding.
Oh yeah. I don't know what the heck that game's all about. Nobody does.
You do a lot of walking
Yeah,
through rivers.
It's a package delivery game.
mountains.
Did you see that the backpacks were
Fields.
actually accurate?
One of the backpacks was like a trussed up body sitting in a chair on his back.
Wasn't there a baby in a jar at one
So
point?
there's
Yeah.
a baby in like a clear amniotic sac made of plastic that
So
has
is-
psychic powers. It
Is
looks
this
like,
like
or
The
something.
Last of Us, but like
I don't know. Nobody knows what this game is like.
Do you have witty conversations with the baby?
I hope so, because otherwise,
Hey,
what's
baby.
he there for? Besides to give you thumbs up through your esophagus. So weird. You know, I've loved every Hideo Kojima game that I've ever played, but I have no idea what to think of this. It looks so weird.
Yeah.
So weird.
Graphics look good.
They do. Well, it uses the Decima engine from Horizon Zero Dawn.
You know,
Oh, really?
Yeah, it uses the same game engine.
you know some artists who they work better under constraints, and there's artists who get full reign
Yep.
and their stuff's horrible.
I'm
I'm really curious what this is going to be.
Yeah, we're gonna find out if that's Hideo Kojima with this one, because he basically, Sony gave him free reign to do whatever he wanted on this one. Before, Konami used to, make him rein it in a little bit, and even then, the Metal Gear Solid games were bonkers, even with him reining it in. All right, and then Nintendo had a Treehouse. Nintendo Treehouse.
Get ready for this, guys.
Which it did have the most important thing there.
Well, they had Nintendo Direct before the Treehouse.
Oh yeah, Direct. Sorry, I think of Treehouse as the presentation, but Direct is the presentation. And they showed off Smash.
Oh, man. Okay, so what was the best part about having Smash before?
Playing with your friends.
Playing with your friends. Since then, I just feel like the nostalgia has kind of worn off for me in subsequent games since the GameCube. But this has been the first game that I work with several people that own Switches, and my gosh, I'm excited to play with people.
Every character that was playable in the past will be playable in this version.
But not right out the gate. Did you see
well,
that?
yeah. You have to unlock some of them. That's how it's always been.
But you unlock them. Did you see how that you unlock them? Online tournaments.
Oh, great.
Oh,
But
no, I'm never going to
you
win.
You either get them in the tournament or you get them 4 days after the tournament ends.
Oh,
by
okay.
default.
Because I was going to say it'll take me forever to unlock anything that
But
way.
I don't remember the terminology that they used. I call it reskin, but a lot more characters are going to be added in the future, but they're just going to be reskins of current characters.
So same moveset.
Yeah, same weight quality, same power quality.
So I mean, it's if you played like the GameCube version, it's like Captain Falcon and Ganondorf.
Yeah, it's the same character, just Ganondorf is heavier.
Yeah, so
and hits harder.
They were saying like out the gate, every character is going to be available, but they hinted towards other characters, and they're open to taking suggestions. And woo,
Oh, man.
it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good.
It doesn't matter what else Nintendo showed in their Direct. That's the only thing that matters.
Well,
is-
that's almost the
No.
only thing that they showed.
No Super Mario Party fans around here.
Nah.
I'll still get it, but I won't like it.
That was pretty much everything else.
Yeah.
I don't
Xenoblade
know.
Chronicles 2 expansion, Pokemon.
Let's go Pikachu. Let's go Eevee.
Yep.
Which one are you guys getting? I can't be the only one here that's not. That's
neither.
gonna,
Neither.
Probably neither.
I'm gonna.
Well, wait, we forgot to mention the most important part. They announced the release date of Super Smash Brothers.
Oh, yeah.
And it is not before November.
Oh, I forgot it.
It's
I
in December.
I cashed your $25 that I
Yeah.
won. I got a white bag and I put the money symbol on it. Here's what I'm gonna do.
Oh,
Heads
man.
up, Gadget
You're
Spot
really,
listeners.
you're really running with this.
Here's what we're going to do. I also bought a chest. I couldn't decide if I wanted to get the money bag and have the dollar symbol on it or to get a treasure chest and bury it. So I'm going to put the sack inside of the chest, close it, bury it somewhere.
How much
and
are
then
you spending on all this?
Doesn't matter.
Sounds like $25.
At least.
I'm going to bury it somewhere, and I'm actually going to put the treasure map up on our social media at some point in time. So you guys might win the money that I have won from Jarron.
No one's going to
I
do
don't-
that.
Okay.
It's $25.
Just
in
use that
Sacagawea
money.
coins.
Just use that money. Apply it towards Super Smash Brothers.
That's what you should do, honestly.
And be happy.
No, I want to give it to our listeners. I
Okay.
might give Austin Beauregard early access.
extra hints.
Instead of doing things for our listeners, why don't you just come back to the show for our listeners?
Because if I can give them money,
They'll like you more if you come back to the show.
I don't know. How about we put something up on our Facebook page really
The
quick?
JDD is for
ADD.
herpes.
Dude,
Wait, you didn't tell
that
me
doesn't
that.
even mean. Why are you guys laughing at that? That isn't even funny.
No, that was funny because it was so out of context.
Whatever. So,
It was funny. Sorry, man.
I like how you're apologizing to me. All right.
I laugh at things I find funny. Sorry.
Oh shoot, where was I going with that? Anywho, so I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna bury it. I'm gonna make a treasure map, and I'm gonna put that treasure map up online.
Okay. Kind of like geocaching.
Sure. So
People have been doing that for years.
I'm going to. Well, yeah, pirates used to do it, man.
Yeah. Pirate James.
Yar, she's driving me nuts. Yeah, I'm gonna get the Let's Go Pikachu or Eevee, one of the two.
Did you see that? I might get one of those. We'll see. Did you see also that GameCube controllers will be usable for Smash.
I have questions about that.
So
Are they gonna?
they're gonna release new controllers you can buy,
Do you still have my GameCube controllers, Ty?
I sure do.
Yes, I got GameCube controllers.
and you just have to have the adapter, and the adapter's only $20. So
Aren't those cords like 4 feet though?
I think
And
they're short.
5.
Aren't
But
there only one
the
USB cord?
The adapter adds another like 4 feet to it. So I think
Oh,
you'll have like
That's good.
8 or 10 feet of cord length. But it also works those Wavebird controllers. If you have a Wavebird controller, that
Ooh.
works for wireless.
I do not.
So I'm just excited.
Or you can just use your Pro controller.
Yeah, you can use that too. Whatever.
It's a really good controller.
Burn the heretic.
How much is that adapter?
I need my C-Stick. $20.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah, it's not bad. So anyway, that about wraps up E3. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there anything else that we missed?
There's other news I would normally want to talk about, but not today.
No, we're
Really?
at 1 hour and 54 minutes right now.
Wow.
This is our new
Man.
longest episode.
Yeah,
Woo!
that
If it's
that
gonna-
explains the huge pain in my lower back.
That's not the page.
Let me just point out the one date that was pretty common among all the biggest games being announced. February 22nd. That's the day Anthem comes out, Crackdown 3, Days Gone,
3,
Metro Exodus.
4.
Holy cow.
That's crazy. Why
That
are
is
they
crazy.
Why are they loading February up so much? I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm happy it's not all on the holidays, but spread it out a little more.
Yeah.
Come on.
Well,
Yeah.
on the count of 3, let's all say the game we're most excited about. 1.
That's coming out on the 22nd of
Wait,
no,
February.
just announced.
Coming out this year or
Announced, just period.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Star
Cyberpunk
Wars.
2077.
That was a horrible idea.
Yeah. Why did you make us do that?
Why don't we just go around and
Yeah. We'll go around real quick. Top 3 games that you saw from E3 that you're most excited for. Ty.
I'm most excited for Rage 2.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
That looks awesome.
I think it looks incredible. Comes out spring of next year. Anthem. I loved Destiny.
Yep.
I'm ready for some more of that. I want those Iron Man suits.
Mm-hmm. They're called Javelins.
And a combination of Forza Horizon 4 and
Nope,
Just
that's 3.
Cause.
Nope,
Oh,
sorry.
no.
Got to choose.
Okay, mine's easy. Star Wars, even though they showed nothing, just because it's Star Wars. Number 2.
The Respawn one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Number 2, Spiderman.
Okay.
Number 3, Super Smash Brothers.
Yeah, good choices. James?
Super Smash Brothers.
Okay. That's it?
Yeah.
Come on.
Oh gosh, dang it. Probably the new Pokemon RPG that's coming out next year.
And?
I don't know.
You're such a nerd.
Yeah.
Seriously?
What do you got? What?
That's it? You
What?
don't have- that's only 2.
Dude, I don't have enough time.
Red Dead,
Halo?
Red Dead
Halo?
Redemption, Halo.
No.
All right.
All right. What do you got?
For me, number 1, by far and away, Cyberpunk 2077.
Well, that's going to be the same as next year E3 when you see more of it.
Exactly.
So how about a game that'll come out before next E E3?
No, you could say it. You could still say it.
Okay, well, I'm so excited for that one. It's in a class of its own.
Yeah.
We'll put that one to the side up on a high shelf where I can admire and look forward to it for the next
that's
3
nice.
years. Rage 2. Definitely Smash. And the third one is where there's a lot of good ones that I'd put for number 3.
Anthem, Metro,
Metro Exodus.
Tomb Raider. Okay.
Yeah, Metro Exodus. Because I didn't get into Destiny like you did, or like some other people did. So I'm looking forward to Anthem, but not with the same kind of ooh, I want more of that.
If I had time, if I didn't have kids, I would totally choose Anthem.
It does look really good.
Yeah.
All right, I think that's it.
How are we going to close?
I don't know.
Owen's not here.
Oh my goodness, what do we do? I guess we have to keep going.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Podcast will
Somebody have a
never-
phone?
Never end. No, we're not doing that.
We hope you care. No, that's not it. What does he say?
Oh, dang it. No, that is what he says, isn't it?
We
Yeah, it
hope
is.
you care.
Oh,
Do you want to say it, Jarron, or do you want to say it, James, or Ty?
I feel like I just had a
I'll do
stroke.
it. I'll do it.
James. Oh, wait, Jarron.
I hope I can.
No.
We hope you
I
care.
got it.
you
Hold
failed.
on. Hold on. Ooh, here we go. Here.
'Kay.
Did you stop it?
No, it's still going.
Oh, it's still going? Okay.
Yeah. James?
We hope you care.
No, that was horrible.
Is that
Terrible.
bad?
That doesn't count.
Dang it. Oh, whatever.
Let's all say it on the count of 3.
1, 2, 3.
Jennifer Aniston.
We hope you.
No. Okay,
I hate you.
I'll turn his mic off, and we'll. No,
You
just kidding.
can't quiet
All right.
me.
On the count of 3, 3, 2. Oh, that's count of 1. On the count of 1, 3, 2, 1.
We hope you care.
Sorry, Owen.
Gadget Spot.